part is, like, I've been going back and listening to a bunch of old podcasts, and I'm like, I don't remember talking about half that shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't. Like, I watched we did a really good one with Ben and Van Dellen.
I listened.
Right?
That was a good one.
The Go Deep, that was a good one, right?
Yep.
But I listened to it again, and like, I don't remember any of the last half hour of that one. All I know is that it was good. We went deep.
It was interesting. It had nothing to do with fishing whatsoever. It was
it didn't.
Lifestyle.
It was all
episode.
like.
You didn't remember because of the Papas, or what happened?
Well, both those guys are life captains, right? And they travel all over, and they got to go wherever their boss tells them. They're like, oh, I got to go to Nova Scotia, or I got to go to Costa Rica, or whatever, And we talked about, hey, how's that on your family? That's kind of spiraled us out. Yeah, that spiraled us down into like, hey, yeah. And then we started talking about God. Like, once we got there,
it
was all
they
over.
all had, deep.
So yeah, but it was good. It was cool, man. Those guys, those guys are good buddies. So it's always, it always gets real.
That's funny you mentioned that because we were coming back from the Keys today. We stopped for lunch, and Joe and I were talking about we're going over to do Skip Smith's tournaments and the Walkers tournament. And
so fun.
And he's like, well, we're gonna have this time here, and he's like we got to make sure you get home and see the family. I got to get home and see the family. He's like trying to break it up. And we're doing the math there. Is it cheaper to fly home or run the boat home or
fly?
Definitely cheaper to fly. But
it's also bring them over and let them play a little bit, dude. It's Skip's.
That flight to Marsh Harbor is so easy. The Silver Airways, it's like a half hour. Yeah.
Maybe a little more than that, but it's still
a little more than that. But yeah, but it feels like a half hour.
It's great for your kids to get to see what a true. And it's not quite third world, but they don't live the same way we do, to say the least.
Not at all.
And to get to see how the rest of the world lives. What's that? Oh, is really good.
I need to hear you guys a little more.
And there's for the most part such kind people.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, good, cool. We're operational.
All right. Cool.
Listen. Welcome back, gentlemen, to the Connected by Water podcast, powered by Joey Cardi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and fueled by our very good friends at Papa's Pilar Rum. Remind you never to be a spectator. We are in our element because this is our favorite show to do every time. This is like our main gig here is our tournament talk episode, and you guys are the main guys, and here we go, right? But now we're home, and we're no more COVID for us. Right? We did our COVID deal, and and you've had it like 7 times already.
Yeah,
he's a pro.
Dude, I'm like a 5-time pro, man. I'm rocking that thing.
Did you actually test and know that you had it last time?
So, all right, let me just preface by this. Let me just say this, okay? Number one, I was very happy that you had the 3-day sniffles and you were done. I was also very, very jealous. But listen, I had COVID. Yeah. I was like, damn, that sucked last night. And then I tested myself in the morning. We had one of those home kits. I was like, son of a bitch. And then it took me out for 2 weeks, which it kind of sucks because nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nobody gives a shit anymore. They really don't.
Work.
Like in the beginning of COVID, I was like, oh fuck, you got COVID? Really? Yeah. Oh my god, they're calling you every day. Like whatever. Like the whole. Now no one cares. I swear to God, one of the GCs I'm working with on a project texts me. He's like, hey, do you think you can get me those specs for that material? Blah blah. I have a meeting this afternoon. I'm like, and I text him back. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm home with COVID. He goes, okay, cool. My meeting's at 3. And if you can get that to me by then, like completely, like not acknowledging what I said at all, and I'm like nobody cares, nobody gives a shit. We're like, okay, Omicron, whatever, you're done. All right, you're gonna be out for a couple of days. You get a vacation, but I got COVID, man,
like legit,
fucking sucked.
Yeah,
but whatever, I'm good now.
I think
my badge of honor.
I got lucky because I've had it. I literally have tested positive 4 times. And I had like 3 days where I like had a fever, like a sore throat.
You've tested positive 4 times?
Yeah, and other than that, it was like sniffles and like
really?
Just being raw. I was really tired.
2007.
Really tired.
2007. What?
Yeah, that's the last time I was sick at all. It was 2007. I remember like it was yesterday. It was just so miserable.
Serious?
Tournament. Yeah, it was terrible. So I actually got sick, and I'm like, this is weird. But had so much going on with the Cove tournament and bait fishing and charters and all this shit. It was like, I ain't got time to be sick, so let's not think about it. But I'd wake up every morning, literally, would have to change the sheets. I'd be sweating all night long like a goat for 3 nights. But during the day, I felt nothing. Nothing.
Really?
Yep, perfectly
Had your body try to fight it off when you're sweating.
I guess,
out
yeah. But then...
Man. I got all that sweat stuff too, but I felt it for sure.
But then the 4th day, I had a runny nose like I've never experienced in my life. And it was kind of trying to hide that a little bit. It was weird.
Yeah.
But That was it. That was my entire, I think, Rona experience. I never got
That was
tested.
my biggest symptom was a runny nose.
Yeah.
I didn't get
Like
a runny
weird.
nose.
Like
I felt
water-
like I had like a severe sinus infection.
Literally
My head
like
was-
waterfall.
I felt like
running
friggin'
around.
it had
just
like
would not
bouncing
stop.
books on my head. I was like, what the hell the whole time? Anyway, I don't know
Yep.
if people want to hear about our COVID
Yeah,
experience.
fuck
They
that.
really don't give
We're
a
done.
shit.
Yep.
Anyway, what they do want to hear about is tournaments. We happen to be in JJ Fish Week as we speak.
Yes,
You
we
are
do.
correct.
Right? And I'm very excited because for us here at the studio, that is like our biggest show of the year. We have with us
Woohoo.
La Guitarra. Right? That's my best.
¿Qué?
That's my best
Spanish.
Come on.
R roll that I can possibly do. Actually, from my standards, that was the best R roll that I could ever do. So the guitar is done. Here it is. It's a
Trill.
whole shot of
What do
it.
they
I
call
will
it, a
hold it
trill?
up. Right? And it's not strung yet, but there you go. Right? Can you see it?
Is
that
the
good?
back of that
This
thing
one? This
purple?
one?
It's like green.
Green.
Man, it
It's
looked purple. Oh, it was your Mingo over there shining off of it.
Oh, yeah. That's Felicia.
Hey, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Yep. So, the lower line is it crooked? So that's a guitar. So it goes to
It's gorgeous,
auction
bro.
next Saturday. By the time people hear this, it's already going to be sold. So
I wish I
but,
could afford it.
So all I want to say
Don't
is
break
that we can't talk too much about the JJB, because this is going to air after the tournament, but we're very excited about it this year, but we will be broadcasting live.
We're talking about
Oh,
prep.
nice.
From
We're
there.
talking about
So-
prep for the JJ.
Yeah.
We've been
Tuesday
talking about
night.
prep
Or,
Yeah,
or
so Tuesday
Saturday
night is
night?
the bar.
Yeah, I don't even know. What are we doing this year? Last year we had that whole Corona two
No.
guys only deal.
No,
Tu-
we're full on this year.
Tuesday is full on.
The rooftop bar.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
kickoff party there. 4 to 6. Captain's owners go downstairs to
Do the meeting thing.
the meeting thing, and
Yep, we made release flags
Nice.
this year, and
did you make like 27 for me?
no, it's the lucky magic one. I can make 27 for you,
Cool.
if you so desire.
I like it.
We do that kind of stuff here. And then Thursday, Wednesday is pre-fish, and then Thursday and Friday weigh-in days, and count
Saturday's
card,
the big
count
party.
card days, and Saturday's the big party. The big
Charter
gifting.
Fish Saturday, party Saturday night.
Yeah, charter Saturday.
Yeah.
I think.
Get every nickel we can.
I think I
Just
might
won't
send.
turn it
Did I
upside
send you
down.
that one? I think.
No, this is my.
Okay.
Are you going to come?
Oh, yeah,
You're going to come to the gifting though, right?
Oh, gotcha. I'll be there.
Right, so
then,
the big
yeah.
gifting. We are podcasting from 4 to 6 on Saturday.
Stop in and
so-
say hello.
If you guys want to step in, you know
Sure.
what I mean. We're doing 10-minute
Talk about
segments.
how it goes.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're doing 10-minute segments, but if you guys want to do it the whole time with me, it's up to you, or however long you
We'll
want.
jump
to
in
do
for a
it.
little
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah,
I
so-
won't be partying.
I'll take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I've been going hard for like 3 weeks. Actually, I've been going hard for like since January.
Yep.
I'm ready.
you guys have been having.
I'm ready for a
good
nice little
seasons.
release.
Yeah.
You've
Little
been
up,
having a good season.
little up, little down.
Yep.
Left, little
Up and
down.
down, up
Arts-
and down.
Well, Art's had a better season so far. I
We got to
think.
win, and we
We
got a
gotta win.
daily, and some pieces here and there. but-
Well, what did we talk about before? We talked last time. We
since-
talked about. Didn't we talk about the beginning? Dust them off.
Dust them off. Yeah,
and-
we got that
and,
was our last episode. Yeah.
But did we? We didn't get in the silver sailfish
Nope.
or anything like that. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
No.
So just dust them
Yeah,
off.
we were in
that's
December. Yeah, it was December.
It? All right, take it away.
So now we did dust them off, right?
Yep.
So we got Silver Sailfish, Operation,
Mm-hmm.
Buccaneer Cup, which you guys did not fish, right?
No, we did not.
And then IGFA that we both fished.
Yes.
How'd you guys like that light tackle tournament?
I love it.
I loved
it's a
it.
lot of fun.
It's fun,
I wish
right?
it was more than 4 lines, though. I really
Carl,
do.
Carl, and Rob took that one home.
No.
No.
Did Carl Anderson win that?
No, he got second or third. He got third. You got second.
Third, we
Who got first?
Fish
Adrian
on.
Fish on. They caught
Yep.
6.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
Blue
know
Viking,
that. I
yeah.
first I thought
Carl won it last year.
Okay.
Yep.
I
I won
thought he
last
won
year
it
with
this
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up like 4th or 5th with one fish that we caught early on the first day.
Yeah,
One.
fishing is
Yeah.
it was
Brutal. More tunas, and that was what really shocked me.
Yeah.
We caught some nice blackfins.
We had a
On-
dead spot there for a while, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It went tough for a bit. But on 12-pound, like our guys were smoking some really nice blackfins. Sharks got a few of them.
Mhm.
But on 12-pound IGFA line, they were put some heat on it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, very strict on how they run that operation.
Yeah.
It's
I just wish it was 6 lines. 4 lines is tough.
it's
but, I mean, that's the whole point of that tournament.
No, it isn't.
You
No,
know?
it isn't. If you're
You don't think so?
if you're good enough to fish 12-pound line, you should be able to be good enough to do whatever.
Those are their rules. I don't know. They
I know.
want to make it
Silly.
hard. It's the hard,
It's
the
not.
hard, the best, the best. You know what I mean?
but I
That's
will
not
say
hard.
the Derby has had arguably the best sailfish bite ever. What was that? 12 years ago?
It was
Something like that.
that was in my 32. So it'd take a bit to recall all that, but yes, it would have been.
We're in 22, right?
Yeah, so it would have been 10 or 12.
2013, I think. 13, 14? Because I was fishing with Bun on Encore.
Mhm. No, 14 we won the this tournament, Jimmy Johnson. So it was 10 or 12, somewhere
10 or
between 10 and 12. Man, I'd get to it, but it's not worth it. But yeah, it was epic. But again, when you get a bite like that, it doesn't matter if you have one rod. You're driving around catching the fish. And
Yeah. The only thing with the 4-line tournaments is that I would love to have 4 in the water plus 1 ready to go, because there's a lot of times you see a fish, you see something.
Yeah, you want to pitch.
You want to pitch,
Yeah.
but you have to technically clear everything out. You can't just crank it in the air. And,
Right.
that's just the derby. And the light tackle, they said lift it.
oh, did they?
Lift it and cast, yeah. Which is the way it should be. But I love the derby, and they can do whatever they want to do. I don't care.
The Derby is by far my favorite sailfish tournament. I love that tournament. It's a good one.
I love the history and everything about it. I love the people involved in it.
Yeah.
I love them all. So I don't know. I don't have a favorite.
I think that's my favorite. I just like
Why?
I just love the history.
Mm-hmm.
I love going to the clubhouse.
That is the oldest.
The clubhouse is
the clubhouse
awesome.
is so
Yeah.
cool.
That's the oldest.
Billfish tournament in the country.
Yeah, it's the oldest billfish. Isn't it like one of the oldest fishing clubs too?
Oh yeah,
Isn't it? Yeah,
for
right?
sure. Well, no, I don't know the exact on that.
I know some of those California clubs are probably really old,
Yeah,
like the San Clemente clubs and all
Yeah,
those.
they're into that.
that's true.
But it's just a great tournament. It's run great. The awards, the dinner is fantastic. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it is
I don't
first
know.
class. It's
I'm
great.
partial to the Jimmy, but
Of course, it's a
Yeah.
great event.
you know, I love the
It's a great event, but that's my favorite tournament. By
yeah.
far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as far as like events, the party, and all that stuff, there's nothing else that compares
Right.
to the show they put on for the Jimmy Johnson.
Very cool.
But I mean, Jimmy Johnson's 10 years old,
11. This is
11
the
years old.
11th year,
Okay.
Yep.
The Derby's 90,
It's old.
something like that.
Yep.
So
No, there's a lot of tradition for
Yeah,
sure. I mean,
exactly.
a lot of
Exactly.
great ones have won that.
Yep. And then
Yep.
Arts won it. I won it.
The Buns events with the with the series and everything. I dearly love that. They all have their niche that makes them super special.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting when you look at all the tournaments and how they've carved out their individual spaces.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it really is. And then you get to the different regions, and I swear that happens every time within the first 20 minutes of the podcast. The sirens.
Hey, we're human.
Yeah.
And there's people need help.
And then you get to the different regions, and then just everyone's just carved out their territory and their spots, and you get to the Keys tournaments, and then
Yep.
and then all up down those Mid Atlantics and stuff like that, and everything is just so carved out, and it makes you think, man, it must be tough to really carve out a space if you wanted to start a tournament.
It's
this point.
definitely tough.
People still kind of do it, but it's not easy now. Every weekend is accounted for from here to
Oh, gotcha.
eternity. Yeah.
Yep.
From here to Labor Day, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you roll into meat fish stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
there's always something to do.
Yeah. You roll
When is
the
Labor
meat
Day?
That
What time of year is that?
That's September.
September.
All right. Yeah, that is
4th,
about it.
5th,
September,
6th,
October is about the
7th.
only 2 months that
Mhm.
there's not a lot to do.
Yeah.
Here
you got to
on
go
the
to
East
Mid
Coast.
Atlantic and all that.
Well, by then it's over up there
But
too.
it's over up there too. That's right.
Yeah, but I think it's crazy. That's the best fishing in September up there. So
Mm-hmm.
It's odd.
They get scared of the weather, I think. Starting to move in.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
But you
potential
want to
for-
talk actual tournament stuff?
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Yeah. So, that's what I was kind of getting at before. So we were talking about, the
Derby.
dust 'em off was the last we talked about. So catch me up.
Start with the Derby. Want to take it away?
You did
Go
good
for it, dude.
early on. right?
The Derby, we
It
had
was slow.
decent fishing, but we didn't.
It was slow. It was that weird out in the deep, and there wasn't a whole lot of current anywhere. And
Yeah, we
The-
caught some fish, but we didn't place. I think.
Right.
What you guys came in like 8th? Do you remember?
it wasn't good enough to remember. But we.
I
did
think we
catch a
came in
few.
like 12th or 14th. And it was just, and the fishing was overall slow again. You know?
Yeah, but Nick
I don't even remember who won.
Nick won that one. Yeah, Nick won that one. I guess for his first Derby, win.
That's right.
Yep, which is cool because he's certainly one of the best that's doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and you want the best to have a win at all of,
On all of
especially a prestigious event like that. Yeah, he 5 for 5 on both days, 10 fish for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Fished up there in Port St. Lucie. Can't remember. I was talking to Jerry there on the.
I remember now. He was fishing. He was fishing.
Was he fishing the shallows? Or did
No,
get
he was
offshore?
fishing the deep wrecks
Those deep wrecks,
outside
okay.
the
He was making those passes.
Cancor. What the,
Yeah, whatever it is. It's right out front of Port St. Lucie there.
Rancor.
In 200 foot of water.
Yep.
Just. Oh, well, that's one. That one's in 130.
He was outside. Hardaway fished the Rancor all day, the 130.
Yeah.
Because they came in like 3rd, maybe.
Yeah, they had a good event. They had a real good event.
Yep. Having a good year.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yep. It's interesting how up and down it's been because Nick has won that one and ended up they won the live bait in the
The Jupiter.
Jupiter Billfish tournament. But And they did well. They won one in the Keys, I think, but then everything else has been dead for
Yeah,
him.
they won that Gold Cup series.
Yeah, yep, exactly. With
Yep.
with a walk-off,
Mhm.
like a triple or quad or something at the end to win that one. But then he's struggled in the rest of the events. So, I mean, it's odd that he's doing it right and having these rough events and then doing it right and then winning events. It's been an all or not for him, and
Right.
not exactly the same for us. We struggled in the Derby in that light tackle tournament. We had one sailfish bite for 2 days of fishing, which blew my mind. And seeing situations and conditions where we're about to get bit and baits get hot. We've had that happen a lot, where even setting up on free jumpers and the bait gets hot and the fish don't show up for us.
You
Which
talking about a lot lately?
a lot this year.
This whole year, yeah.
This whole year. It's been strange like that.
You get in front of a flopper like that, and the bait gets all fired up. Even the herring will start jumping out of the water. And you're
Fish
like,
is
all right,
there.
he's going to pop up. He's going to pop because the fish is going under or
He
going
just
by.
doesn't-
Yeah, he just
noses it.
doesn't
That's
get
it.
fired up.
Yeah.
Doesn't even not nose it. Doesn't even come up to the bait. Just goes away.
Yeah,
Nothing.
like it doesn't present on the bait. He's down, even to the point that you can't see him. So
That's tough.
that's more than 10 or 12 foot.
Yeah.
He's not even breaking that. And then I need to make a few jumps on him, jump on him, and the same deal. Bait will get hot, and maybe once it'll and fade. Been weird. Been really weird like that. And then other bites are traditional, typical, just explode on the thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's wild. So whatever. Not a whole lot to talk about with the Derby for me. Really, it was.
I see that. I mean, we caught some fish. We moved around. We were near people that were catching fish. We just could not get bit. I don't know why.
I did a Hail Mary kind of midday on the second day, just trying to, because the water showed nothing. It was green, not a lot of current, no edge, no break, no nothing, not a lot of bait moving around. So I just made a big loop way offshore, and on my way back in, up there about Loran Tower, there was an east-west edge and like a little, almost looked like rapids pointing to the north of it.
Yeah.
It was the only water feature I saw but it was backwards. It was weird. It was east-west with like a little ripple. I don't know. Literally, guys, I don't know. Threw my hands in the air, throw the baits out. The baits are going out, and one on the left, one on the right, and two others swim by that don't feed.
On the rip.
In the middle of nowhere. No, it was barely it was barely
Just a
anything.
little bit.
Yeah. And so, okay, well, maybe we try this. And that whole east-west was kind of moving north, and had a couple dolphin bites and a wahoo bite in there. And there's 4 boats lined up on this thing. You don't see any of them moving around. Nobody else is getting bit at all. We all sit there for an hour and a half, and nothing else happens. So that was a hard one to deal with, because we just couldn't find anything that.
How's the water
consistent.
temp been?
It was 77.8 yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
and
was
I've seen
today.
as low as 72 this year after some, because we've had some real fronts.
We've had a couple of bites. Yeah, a
Yeah.
couple of cold bites, but
Yep. Yep.
It
But again,
hasn't
that's
really
surface temp, too.
stayed that
No,
much.
no.
This
No,
year.
it's quicking over.
Yeah.
And that's the weird thing, too, is these most recent fronts are minimal northwest. It's here in northeast in a hurry, which
Yeah.
you're not going to stay cool when you get any east in the wind at all.
No.
But I think we still probably have 1 or 2 left.
I think, we got some more stuff coming.
And we got
Gotta-
a little something coming this week.
Yeah. Yep.
And also, I want to talk too about, like, we keep saying year over year, like, pattern keeps getting later and later. Keeps getting later and
Definitely
later.
getting
So
later.
it
It's
would
starting
not
right now.
surprise. It would not surprise me if.
Yeah.
I mean, we're warm now, but it
Like
wouldn't surprise
right
me
now,
if
it
we get another
feels
shot.
like the normal start of sailfish
Yeah, the
season.
fish are starting to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes in through late April into May.
Oh, it will.
Well,
It
last-
has the last few years.
Last 3 or 4 years gone,
Yeah.
almost into June.
Yeah.
Sailfish bite.
Yep, no doubt. No doubt.
So
So
I don't know.
so Derby sucked for us anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. And 10 fish won it, and that is
And,
so not typical.
I want to say we caught 4. We might have been 4 for 5. I don't even remember because it was that
on the Derby.
on the Derby. Yeah.
Okay. So what was
I think,
after that
I think
one?
you guys came in 8th. We came in like 10th or 12th or something like that.
We could look, but I didn't.
I
We didn't
don't-
win.
I
Oh,
honestly
well,
Didn't
don't
win.
remember.
All right, so
They go to
moving
Operation. Operation was much better.
on. Operation. Well,
yeah, Operation was wild.
one day was.
One day was for me anyway. Still, one day was for
Yeah,
you. One day
good for me.
was
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
One day was. You
Yep.
you almost dailied
So I did the first
So-
day.
so
on
No,
the
we
first
did the
day. You
take day
dailied
one.
the
Yeah, we
first
won
day.
the
You
first day.
dailied the
Yeah.
first day, and you dailied
second place or
Second-
third place on the
Second
day?
place on day 2.
Yeah.
the second place daily on day 2. So
If we
that's
could've-
a good
If he was still
tournament.
on my team, we.
That's a good tournament.
All right,
Although
so I got day 1, so we'll start there. Right? I get to
Go,
start.
yeah, good.
Okay.
you got day 1.
So day 1, it wasn't really happening great yet, but the condition was right. The wind had gone north,
Right.
north, and it was going to be right for us. So somewhere they were going to bite, and I come out of the inlet, and I don't know why, how the whole fleet, but 3 boats maybe, or take off north. And I sit there at the Cebu, and there's current. Oh, I'm going south. I don't know why. Doing it, going to Boynton. I feel like maybe I'll sit down there by myself, and if I can get 5 or 6 bites, I feel like I'm going to win the day and set us up, for the event. Get to Boynton, and there's a little bit of an edge off between the Ritz and Lake Worth Pier. All right, well, that looks kind of right. And there's far side, a 34 CV, I think, kind of setting up, milling around in there. But I'm not going to park it right in here with these guys, though. It definitely looked like the best piece of water. But it was an outbound tide in the morning, so I'll get down around Point.
Is that just a weekender or someone?
No,
else
he was in
the
the
show.
He's new to the tournaments this year.
Okay.
Oh, I'm playing with your cord.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Hey now.
I'm tugging on your cord here, Skipper.
Hey now.
So I'll bump it a little bit further south, and there was a Hatteras boat, an old Hatteras boat. It was like a 18 knot or whatever. It was coming down from Palm Beach. Was going to fish down there too.
A black chugger.
Yeah. Yep. Blowing coal. And they set up on down south of Boynton and Letaways. And lines in, I can see the far side boat up there to the north, and I see them tooling around, and they start calling a few fish. I think they hooked like a quad right off the bat. And I'm fishing shallow at that point, just kind of fading my way offshore, hunting, and I see
This is right off the bat. You're saying
this is quick.
8 o'clock
this is early.
or 7:30.
This is early.
All right.
And I hear the boat to the south of me call one in, and I see a trolling boat like skipping ballyhoos on the top, center console. It's calm, but pretty decent breeze off the northwest.
Yeah.
And I see he's like maybe 18-foot center console skipping, and I see the fish feed on the ballyhoo. Oh shit! So he hooks it. I get angry for about half a second. Like, what are you doing, idiot? So I lift the baits and we pull in behind him, and it didn't take long. We hook a quad, and that got us rolling the deal. We catch 3 of those, and there was clearly a few others that we didn't get tight on there. And as it turns out, we end up. What was it? It was 10 for.
Yeah, you guys got 10 the first day.
10
like
for
13,
15.
10 for 15.
Yeah, we had some snafus that cost us a few, and they were. And,
what happened?
Yeah, we were probably 5 or 6 fish in the fleet. By then they're on us. They find us.
Yeah.
But I'd marked a big giant wad of bait, and actually, Chris Lemieux tells me, "Hey, trolling buddy, pulling the planers, wahoo fishing, hooked a few off of one of those deeper wrecks up there.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it's exactly where that boat that was trolling that skipping ballyhoo was when he got tight too. So when I get over to it and hook that quad, and I pull up a little bit, and I mark this giant load of bait over the top of this wreck. So that's it.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You consciously have to know this. That you're a mark man out there.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Yeah, anybody.
So,
yeah.
I mean, what's that like?
It doesn't
Are you
matter.
trying to run or hide from people?
You can't.
You can't, right?
There's a
It
boundary.
doesn't matter who it is. If you start catching, calling, fishing, people find you.
Yeah, they're on you. Yeah.
Listen.
The hard part is
when you move, people take notice.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's kind of early, and not everybody leaves the inlet at the same time. So in the morning, they can't. They don't know.
Yeah.
For the most part, they don't know where you are. And your minds. All these guys are doing this stuff. They can do it. So they're not worried about what I'm doing or anything else. I wouldn't think they're making their plan. They're doing their thing.
People are paying attention.
Yeah, but everybody has.
Yeah.
Everybody has.
Well, they know
their
where
intel.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not making decisions off of what we're doing. I wouldn't think.
No, they are.
Now, weekend guys,
They are.
they'll absolutely attack you. There's no doubt about that. I don't know.
I know that Jimmy Johnson was fishing with Van Dalen. Everyone sees you go south. They're going to see you in Boynton. We're up in Jupiter. Everyone's
Fucker.
everyone's like,
I know.
everyone's like, why is Art going south? Everyone on the boat I was on started freaking out. Why is Art going south? Other people
'Cause
were
he was
thinking
catching
it too.
fish.
Why is Art going south?
Because he was catching
Why is
fish.
it- If anyone else was going south, maybe. All right, he's going south. It ain't working for him up here. Art's going south.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
It's because we had cut 9 before noon.
yeah, exactly. And I wanted some of that. So anyway, whatever. We parked it on that wreck the rest of the day, and literally there were boats all around us, and a lot of them caught fish too. So there was clearly a pile of them in there, and that I think it definitely slowed off for us a little bit in the afternoon. But we did end up catching 3 or 4 more to get us to 10. We had a pile of bites. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Day 2.
Yeah, I started the
They
day.
do. Shit, you really look at those minus 5 fish, you really start thinking,
Yeah.
it would have gone a long way.
I started the
Yeah.
day at the 54-ish, 54 and a half, which is kind of
On
like
day
June.
one? Or
On
day
day
two?
one. It's
Yeah.
like
South of
Juneau.
Jupiter.
And we caught one right away. Literally out of the gate, we caught one. And then it just went quiet. Nobody was catching fish around us. It got real quiet on the ledge. There was a few fish being caught, like Loran Tower. I just kept sliding north. And then Art, I talked to Art. He's like, yeah, we've got
No,
like,
Carlene, I got to. Oh, I forgot to talk about my testes.
yeah, I'll take some ice too.
Testes, 1, 2, 3. It's a little late, right?
Well, you did it before.
I
thought
did
that
it.
was
We
the
weren't
one.
recording, though.
Oh.
She's gonna be mad at me now.
So Art was getting bit up. That's So Art was getting bit. So I made like we call it the Crazy Ivan. I went from the ledge to Boynton.
Yeah.
Set up there, and I think we caught one or something like that.
Okay.
And
Same area.
same area. We just couldn't get bit. I think we only caught 2 or 3 that first day.
Okay.
Something like that. And that was it for us.
Yeah.
Horrible
Long day.
first day. Long day.
Well, that's the reality is though. So to add to that, Jolene, the boat that tied us on, the boat that tied us on the first day, Jolene.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
they had a quad and a 5-banger or something.
We're lost
Yep.
without Carlene.
I talked to him.
So they ended up catching, I think, the quad and then 4 out of the 5, plus 2 singles to catch their 10 late in the day on day 1 up to the north up there somewhere.
They're up there like the
Right.
20. They were up there like the 07-ish.
Yep.
07-10, something like that. I don't know.
But outside of that, it wasn't like it was red hot. There was a bunch of 5s and
No.
6s, and it wasn't amazing for the majority of the fleet there. It was just
Right.
a few of us.
You talking to JR? Or the captain?
No, the
On
captain.
the Jolene. Yeah.
Hey, Drew.
Drew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drew.
I've known
Drew.
Drew for
Yeah,
a pretty
Drew.
good little while. He's a good dude, real good dude. We
Mhm.
had a tuna trip together with Tim and Keith
Okay.
and got to know each other.
Yeah, he
well.
used to live with Schachter.
Yeah, he's a good
Used
dude.
to be
Real good
roommates.
dude.
Shacked.
Yeah.
Schachter.
So I mean, so it was a lot of haves and have-nots in that event.
And everybody that was fishing up there around Drew, he was really the only one getting bites up there for the most part. Other than one here, one there.
But not numbers like that.
It always seemed like that. Wherever you're at, you can have 20 boats, and one boat gets the bites. Everybody else will pick, but this is how it goes.
No. And that, you know, if you can manage to get in front of a flopper or whatever, or
Yeah.
a fish shows on the surface, that's the bonus bites that allow you to win. Really is.
So I remember my daughter was sleeping at your house on day 2. And I went to go pick her up. And then I talked to your wife, and she goes, that last half hour, there was fish being caught all around them and just wouldn't
it's
bite.
Day 2.
Yeah.
Well, let Skip start day 2
Where-
because this
where-
is positive. I'll cry.
I'm segueing into
Yeah.
day 2 by saying
Yeah.
that one. So,
So day 2.
I'm not, listen, man.
Yeah,
I
it is
glorify you guys all the
So-
time,
So
but I gotta,
Yeah.
you right?
Oh yeah.
Every now and then.
So I'll preface all this by saying I have a great bunch of guys that fish with us.
You do.
Like we had, I'm not gonna say we had a shitty first day.
I love both your teams. Like, I love every guy in your boat, like, with a passion. I
We had
love
great
all those
but
guys.
we didn't have a bad first day. Like we weren't missing fish. We just weren't getting the bites.
Right?
We caught what we saw, and I told the guys at the end, I'm like, sorry guys, I didn't get you enough bites today. That's just how it goes. So day 2, I was like, where are we going? I'm like, we're going to the north. We're going up to like where we start, the 07-ish, somewhere up there.
Yeah. Yep. I caught up to y'all.
So we
Yeah.
ran up to the 07. It looked good. Decent water, a little bit of tide. Put them up, and we had a bite almost at lines in. Like the baits went out, fish came up, and it was really light wind, if I remember right. We were even in the morning, we were kind of struggling with the helium. It was tough.
Okay.
Fish came up, piled on the left long, started screaming inshore and to the north. And before the guy in the middle could get the bait out of the water, it kind of jumped and it burned itself off. And everybody's like, oh, I'm like, don't worry, guys. We'll get the next one. Not a big deal, you know. And we looped back out, set up again, and we're sitting out there. We moved out a little deep. There's a little edge of 190, 200 out there. And we're sitting there amongst, 15 boats.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
A large fleet.
Large fleet. And a boat to the north caught one. I saw him get tight. And we're just sitting there. All of a sudden, one pops up in the left short. Left middle starts rolling off. I'm like, there we go. We're tight. We get 2, and we caught him really quick. Spun back around.
I jumped in behind you at that point. So
Josh threw the spinner out. The right side was still out.
Mm-hmm.
Josh threw the spinner out. And as soon as it hit the water, I see it start. I'm like, you're tight, dude. He flips the bail, starts getting tight.
I love when that happens.
At the same,
That's my favorite way to catch sailfish. It
at
really
the,
is.
At the same time, a fish pops up on the right middle and is getting ready to eat the right middle. Like literally sails out of the water. He circled it. He's like coming in like this. The fish that Josh hooked goes and literally lands on top of that fish.
Oh, come on.
Josh just pulls off. That fish goes away. I'm like, oh. And then like that's the kind of stuff when you're fishing a tournament, you're just like, maybe it's just not meant to be. You know, like how does that it's impossible. It can't happen.
Right.
So everybody gets kind of, I'm like, guys, don't worry about it. We're good. We still got 2 fish.
Morale.
And then after that, like the wind totally died off and went like slick calm, and the bite, like there was no fish being called in, like
it went silent
at all.
silent.
So I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do, man. So I did like you did. I took a big loop offshore.
You went out to Push Button Hill. I saw you.
We were out there like the 12, 13.
Yeah, you're right.
So we go out there, and I see all these boats lined up, and there's a little bit of an edge out there, and we're like, what is that, 12 miles offshore?
Yeah, you're way out there.
And like 400 feet of water. There's a. It goes from like 200 feet and drops off to 400. So we got out there. Hill. I'm like, screw it, can't. Like, fuck it.
Right.
So we put them up, and the baits are going out right long. Like as it's going out, I'm bit. Gets tight. It's a dolphin, like a decent dolphin. Oh, hey, this is cool. So all right, put them out again. As it's going out right long, bam, sailfish.
Really?
Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere. And our guy Jay Walls, who is
Jay Walls,
you know Jay.
Yeah.
So he's like in a slump. Like he hadn't had a sailfish bite on the right long for like
on the right long
for like a year and a half. He had not had it. Not that he hadn't caught one. He hadn't had a bite.
Oh God,
I don't know how to explain it. So we're like moving on the fish, moving. Pretty easy fish. We get them. And the best part of this whole thing, I gotta send you the video.
Mm-hmm.
So
he loses his shit.
No, the whole boat. Dude, they had Joey's got champagne ready. so Jay Walls, we catch the fish, and Jay Walls like drops around. He's like, God, yeah! He's like, like everybody's hugging, and Joey pops the champagne, and he's going like, ah, you know. And for some reason, my GoPro video, like when you play it back, it goes into slow motion, and he's like, like the champagne's going all over him, and it's hysterical, you know. And
in the middle of the tournament, that's great.
So we go back, we loop back.
Dude,
like
I find this like extra funny because I know Jay.
We loop, and he takes it so serious. So I'll have another Jay story for you after a little bit.
Yeah.
So he caught his fish, all good, clean everything up, and we run back. The current's rolling like 4 knots out there. We set up again. This time, left long is going out, and it got a little deep. I hear it start screaming. And you can tell the difference from the kite going out and a bite. I'm like, left long's definitely bit. They lock it up, get tight, and it's like, starts smoking line, right? And doesn't come up jumping. I'm like, oh, maybe wahoo. Get close to it. It's like a 35-pound kingfish.
In the middle of nowhere.
Out in 400 feet in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe you're onto something.
And we lose it, right?
Oh.
So we go out again. we loop back around, going back out left long again. We never got the baits out. As the bait's going out, and we hooked a wahoo.
Oh, jeez.
And we lost that. So then after that, like that, whatever that edge was there kind of fizzled out and it went away. And I'm like, all right, we'll move back inshore. So we start steaming inshore, and Jamie Rouse at like the 05. There was Jamie Rouse.
That east-west edge.
Yeah,
was.
Jamie Rouse. There was Southern Run, and I slooped south of those guys. I'm like, all right, this looks like a good spot. And we stopped. Going out right long, boom, piles on it. Definitely say 100%. Jay catches it real quick.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, he caught 2, broke his slump. So we went
champagne.
The third fish put us in third place for the daily. The second fish put us in second place for the daily with a 2-fish lead, I think, or something like that. Where we were hit by 1 on time, so somebody had to catch 2 with like 10 minutes to go. And that day, I'm like, I think we got this one wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. The boys had a good time. We
A good
celebrated.
day, man. That's a good day. That's a great
cash
day.
out of the deal.
And now
got some meat thrown in there too. That's a
we
good day.
lost all the meat.
No, but I'm saying there was some action.
But now Jay Walls is like on a roll. He's catching fish after fish after fish. He's on fire now.
Nice.
And that was it.
Day 2. So I saw at the end of the day on day 1 there. Why can't I hear myself at all?
Yeah, you're coming through fine.
Now I got you.
All right, cool. I can't hear myself. Anyway, I come out the inlet, and again, you got the same thought, and I'm concerned because at the end of day 1, I could see the water was turning over, and there was south tide at my inlet, and there was south tide in Delray, and the water wasn't near as right. It wasn't as clean. It wasn't as pretty there at the end of the day as it was in the beginning of the day. So I was worried,
right.
But I got to go back down there anyway. Whatever, we had 13, 15 bites, something like that on day 1, and saw quite a few fish around us and everything. So I'm headed that way, and I get about to the breakers, maybe almost to Trump's there, and
right.
And I get a text from Chris Lemieux again saying, dude, dirty water current went south. It doesn't look great here. Shit. All right. I was afraid of that. I kind of actually knew it was coming. I stopped there and we got south tide at Trump's. And there was a little bit of current out front there going the other way. So that's probably where that water went. And I was thinking it'd probably be a good idea to start here, but I know I can go up there, Port St. Lucie, and fish a few of those wrecks and probably get a couple of bites, and that might be enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I wheel it around there, and we got plenty of time. So I take off running. I end up meeting up there with Skip, and there was some activity there. There were a few boats, but we don't get bit. And it's early in the day. I'm not worried. Whatever. Nothing going on. And what's that contender boat with quads that's fishing these events right now?
Contender one
on sale?
No. Still right. Still right went on down there. They were one of the first boats that found us on day one, and they caught an early doubleheader, and that big Hatter's boat went back down there, and they caught 2 fish down there, but there was only like 5 fish total caught down there.
Yep.
Chip went down there. I don't know if he saw one down there. Maybe moved back up.
I don't think he did because he started there and made the move all the way to Port St. Lucie.
Yeah,
they had a good last tournament.
And this
talking about Chip, huh?
No. Chip Sheehan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That was Stan Hunt running that.
I mean, Stan.
Yeah.
You always get that mixed up.
Drive.
I always get that name.
So I don't know that I made. I mean, if we go down there and catch that early doubleheader that Still Right caught, then we win the tournament. But ifs and buts and candies and nuts and all that. Shit.
Yep.
That fucking guy. Ifs and buts for candy and nuts. We'd all be
Merry Christmas or some shit. I don't know.
That asshole. What's his name? Scott something? The sheriff Israel.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
Well, no, that's a Southern colloquialism that's been going along a lot longer than him.
Yeah, I know, but that's the excuse he gave for the frickin' Parkland shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, if ifs and buts for candy and nuts, we'd all be. I can't remember. We'd all be something.
Yeah. Anyway. Sorry. So it's all good. So I ended up. I'm fishing around them for a bit, and literally, I see them get their activity going. I jump in behind them, and my baits get hot a few times. Like the fish were there, but didn't get bit. And actually, there was a few edges here and there that early on there was that shallow edge looked amazing.
Yeah, that's what I started on.
Yeah, no bites. Just everything I was doing that day that should have produced some kind of a bite didn't all day, and then it goes quiet. Nobody's catching fish anywhere to speak of, really, and nothing around us or anything. And I said, well, I'm going to go hit those wrecks in the deep up there off of Port St. Lucie to finish the last 2 hours of the tournament. Generally, there's a lot of life there. There's a lot of sharks there, but, the blackfins have been solid there. And
there's always a few fish there.
Always a few fish there. Mm-hmm. Always. And I got to watch Stan Hunt, who was fishing outside of him a little deeper, and the Fishtails boat, and the Blue Tails boat. Blue Tails caught 1. Fishtails, I watched him catch 3. I watched Stan catch 2 or 3. And crickets for me, I think we caught a mahi. I think it may have been one of our only bites the whole freaking day.
Wow.
Other than the sharks that eat you up around us there at the end of the day. And we actually saw a few free jumpers within the last 5 minutes or so and set up on a couple of them and nothing, which is, that's how I make a living on free jumpers traditionally.
Yeah.
And I mean, not a sniff. And like you say, you begin to think, well, shit, it ain't our day.
I was watching that whole show from home, like on the chart, like refresh, like all day for both days. Stoked for you, and I was like, man, you need one more fish.
I just told everybody we stayed home.
Jesus.
We overslept and stayed home. We got up, it was noon, and said, might as well not even go. Not true.
Tough day.
It's funny.
That is fishing, man.
Yeah. That is fishing. Yeah. I guess if there's one thing to be learned about it all, it's just like, fuck.
I always joke with my guys.
To the best of them, right?
It's really hard to. I love having to lead after day one because you get the daily, but man, it's almost like a curse. It feels like it,
that's
pressure. Pressure's
twice
on.
Now. I don't.
It's not pressure.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. You fish the same way.
What are you feeling like then? Tell me.
I don't feel the pressure until the last 30 minutes on the second day. That's when I'm like, oh my God, did I really do this again? Because in this tournament, you'd already left us by this one. It would have been. We caught a blue marlin in that one too. It was the last year. It was still all in.
It was in Ocean Reef. Yep. I remember that.
Yep. We won the first day hands down. I mean, we smoked the fleet. Caught a blue marlin, 7 sails.
What are you talking about?
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. What year?
It would have been 2000.
The one you won?
No. We should have, but we didn't. I think it was 18.
That was the first year I ran Joey's boat. We were on the tan boat.
Yep. 2018, I think. 99% sure.
And it was rough.
Woo. Yeah. But we the fish were in the sand. down there that year, and we caught a couple in there, not in the sand, but there were so many boats on them that they'd hit the sand, hit the bayous, and they'd stop in like 80 foot. And we caught a few and missed a few early there on day one, and then the pressure got so bad, and I pulled out to a little edge in 190 there.
Yeah, it was. I remember it was deep.
Yep, and we started banging away, and fish were on top, so I was jumping them on top a bit. We caught a blue marlin in that one too, out of the kite on 30 pound. It was exciting, but whatever. So we smoked the first day, and the second day we had one early bite and one late bite. So I did the same. We didn't catch neither one of them. Same deal. Win the first day, and we ended up in like third or fourth place in that tournament. Blanked on the second day. It's brutal, but so it happens.
It happens. Listen, it's another thing too. It's like when you go charter a boat, everyone's expecting, oh, I'm going fishing with Skip Dana today. I'm going fishing with Art Sapp today. I'm like, we're catching fish. Maybe.
Hopefully.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully.
But if we're not catching fish, then like nobody else is really probably catching
We
fish.
got to give it the best effort, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to,
That's always the
that's
case.
fishing.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're not guaranteed to, you go to a football game, you guaranteed you get a beer, you get a soda, you get a pretzel and a hot dog and everything like that. All that, what's going to happen. Listen, I don't know if the team's going to win or lose.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So, I don't know. So, all right. So, Operation Sailfish. Congratulations, Jolie.
Yep. Excellent job,
They
Joe.
did well.
They did a good job of hanging on. What's after that?
That was
we got Operation. We got IGFA. No, we got
it's,
the Buck.
Buck, yep. Which
Buck
I didn't
Cup?
play in.
You didn't play in the Buck Cup. You fished the Buck Cup.
We played the Buck.
You love that tournament.
The Buck
Right?
Cup?
I love
Yeah.
that.
I like all tournaments.
You like them all. Yeah. But, I mean, that's kind of cool because you said you like the room and, you got the jackets at the end of the
throw
night,
your
and
jacket
the whole
on.
thing, and the whole fancy swanky thing.
I only wear my jacket and tie for weddings, funerals, and dinners at the Sailfish Club.
There you go. The Sailfish Club is a cool spot.
It's a cool spot. But
Put the brother up with some of that room.
the fishing was not red hot in the Buck. Seraphim won, if I remember correctly, with...
Did they?
Yeah.
They had 9 the first day,
Mm-hmm.
maybe?
Wow.
No. I can't remember. I can't remember the exact number. I know on day 2, we caught 5
You got pit stop?
Water.
Oh, yeah. Are you heading up to the bar?
going to the bar.
The what? Oh, water. No, it's in the closet. You go in the closet.
But the bite was down there off Boynton.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think. Day 1, I think we started kind of ledge, Palm Beach-ish, and we made the move to Boynton. And we caught a couple on day 1. And then day 2, we fished Boynton all day. And it was slow. We were watching Seraphim pick away 1, 2, double. And they were going. And then we ended up hooking a triple at like 3 o'clock.
Really?
No, I'm sorry. We hooked a triple like a little before noon. Caught him real quick. Then we missed another one as we were resetting. And then we caught another one. And then right at the end of the day, we saw a flopper. Jumped the flopper, got bit. Caught him right at lines out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we had second place daily in that. So
Okay.
we had back-to-back second place dailies. So we made a few bucks in both
That's
tournaments.
good.
So it was good.
That's good.
Yeah, great
Listen,
tournament.
I'm telling you right now. What's he doing? Is he in the bathroom? Or is he
Might be
like
taking a
locking himself
squirt.
in the closet? He's going to the bathroom right now.
Art's
So-
getting ready to come out of the closet. Watch this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm expecting big things from both of you guys this week.
I'm ready.
Okay,
We are ready to rumble.
we are primed. We are set up. We are
Yep.
like zoning here. We're good,
I am zoned.
right?
Pretty sure I know where the fish are.
Okay. Where are you?
Actually, I know where the fish are.
Where the fish? Are you going to be fishing out of BKMR?
No, we're fishing out of the house.
Okay.
So,
All right.
pretty sure we'll be going north. Not sure.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out.
I think so. Art, you going north? Everyone wants to know
What you talking about?
this week.
Fuck if I know.
It's too early for that.
Yeah.
You want to let out all your secrets?
What secrets? Dude, I already told you.
This is going to air like after the tournament.
It doesn't matter. I already told you I didn't even know in operation which way I was going until I pulled out the inlet. And even then I wasn't sure.
I'm saying I was just telling Skip I'm expecting big things from both you guys.
I
this
hope so,
weekend.
dude. I really hope so. I hope there's a 1 and a 2.
All right.
between
My
the two of us.
expectations.
What
my
was the one?
expectations.
What did we just
are-
fish? We fished the challenge.
Challenge, yeah. But we ain't
So-
got there yet. We got a long way to go
So the Buck Cup, we had a decent first day, a much better second day. Snuck in, won some daily money. So All is good. Had some great dinner. Good tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
And then that rolls us into the IGFA.
Yep. What you got?
What?
You were about to say something.
Well, I was going to say something. You're right.
Did you forget?
If you're willing to do something for me,
What's that?
I'm going to help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. I'm scared now.
I don't know. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, he's breaking that. What if I lose it? I don't want to lose that fucking thing, but I'll wear it. Yep.
Is giving you the hat back?
Yeah. I'm in.
You need to put it back on.
All right.
Right on. I like it.
Absolutely.
Right. So, all right.
Break the old girl back out.
For those of you who don't know, which camera am I at right here? This one here.
With the blood stain.
All right. So
Yeah.
this is the 2021 Native Sun hat.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, she was good to us.
You had a banner year. It's got the blood stain right there when he
Little
hit
sweat.
on the
That was on the
outrigger,
merit boat. No,
right?
it was on the merit boat. On
Yeah.
that. Like
Where'd you hit it?
Knock yourself out.
Looming in the tower on the way up.
Yeah. All
As I
right.
was coming in, it damn near
And
died.
it is signed by yourself truly, right? 2021. Is that in focus? So we like all. Can you see that? All right. Closer, further away. We're good. All right.
We'll
Do me a
support it.
favor.
Yep. Happy to.
All right.
Jimmy will be happy.
He'll
all
be
I'm
like,
gonna say.
Jimmy would be like, hell yeah, it's
Yeah,
back.
get that little girl back. Gotta hope I don't lose it.
Got to break the cycle here.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. So all right. So light.
I ain't
IGFA
complaining.
light
I had a rough tournament in the last one, but I ain't
Stop
complaining.
it. Wear the fucking hat.
Yep.
IGFA light tackle. Tell me some stories.
Fishing.
So, all right, so it's 4 lines, 6 lines,
Fishing-
whatever.
fishing
4 lines,
sucked.
you hate it. Right?
Fishing sucked.
So
I-
overall,
yeah.
so if you don't know, the IGFA, you have to fish 12-pound tournament line.
IGFA line.
IGFA 12-pound tournament and 4 lines, and you go. That's pretty much it.
Mhm.
Yep. And otherwise, we had a real cool charter from California. Mark comes over. He's board member for the IGFA, and he basically travels the world and catches billfish cycles the world over. And he's a really neat guy. He and his wife both amazing people, and he had a couple buddies from Texas, or a husband and wife from Texas that fished with us. Also amazing, fun people, and they're really good anglers, fortunately, and you need that
Good.
in that 12-pound
You
stuff.
do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You need
man,
that touch.
Yeah, and man, they whipped some blackfin tunas amazing. Caught one sail really early on day one up there, fishing those deep wrecks off of Port St. Lucie. And
So you went straight there for that.
straight there, yeah, because the
Okay.
fishing was slow, and I figured if I go up there and get a few bites,
Yeah. Okay.
and we made half a dozen passes across. Just the second pass across, we caught one, and on every pass we were catching tunas, and it was almost hard to keep bait in the water because the blackfins were eating us up so bad. And then the sharks started getting really bad, and I never feel real good about having
Is
sharks.
there a meat
under you.
classification in that tournament at all?
There was.
Yeah,
There was
a
Just
division,
big
yeah.
fish per
Okay.
species.
Okay.
And we lost by like 0.2 of a pound on that one after
Really?
catching, I don't know, I think a dozen plus tunas.
See, I wasn't sure with that tournament. I thought
Yeah.
it was just like strictly sail.
No, they have a top fish for each species.
Okay.
Dolphin, tuna,
Yeah.
wahoo.
All right.
Yep. And then we spent our whole day up there. We fished the Rankin Wreck and
Yep.
and all through all of it. And that was the one bite for the entire event for us.
Can I interrupt you for a
Sure.
second? We talk about wrecks. Keep talking about wrecks.
Yeah.
Sailfish on wrecks. It would be kind of like remiss to not mention that there's a certain wreck that's going to be going down soon.
Good point.
Right.
Actually, 2 wrecks.
Yeah,
Two wrecks. All right. So you guys want to talk about that?
I thought
for
it
me?
just went down
Can we
last
inter-
weekend.
Can we
I
interject
think
that?
it was this
Did
past
they
weekend.
postpone it? Or they
So I saw a post about it, and I
It
didn't.
should have gone down. The
I
weather
don't
was
really
perfect.
know. Listen, I don't know a lot of the details about it, which kind of sucks. Right,
Yeah.
that I don't know that right now, but I do know that something is happening. What's going on?
Yeah, so they have 2 wrecks. They have the Daymaker wreck and the
We're talking
Captain,
about Patrick Price. For,
yeah, the Captain
for
Patrick
everyone. at home
Patrick Price
listening.
wreck.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to put one down on Saturday, one down on Sunday.
Yeah. See, I don't see it here, but yeah.
All right. I mean, we'll get some details for
This
that
past
later on.
weekend.
Yeah,
Yep.
this,
But I
this
didn't see
past
any
weekend, they both
None
go
of them
down.
there.
That I don't know.
You don't know.
Don't know.
All right, so we're gonna get more TBD on that, and then
And-
I
but
just
it's in
wanna
that
at least
same
give
area.
a
It's in
shout
that-
out to that
It's like the
It's right there around
6
the
or
ring,
7, yeah,
the
something like that.
junkyard type scenario.
and
like
our
we
good
got.
friend Patrick Price was just honored by the Billfish Foundation.
Yeah, that's
Right.
cool.
So, every time we get a chance to talk about Pat, we can. We do. So,
Yeah, I was trying to see if I put in our group, the shark group, if somebody had an ear of that.
So yeah. Oh,
Of that
I
foundation.
forgot to respond to that. Flies on the board for the Billfish
Okay.
Foundation.
See, I would love to see that
Yeah.
that charter captain tagging thing be named to Patrick Price.
So all right, so I got to think about the audience when we're talking about this, so they're not like completely in the dark. So when the Billfish Foundation honored Patrick Price this year, and he actually won one of the categories.
Yeah, he won the top
charter boat.
Top releases, tags and releases for charter boats. So and he's got a couple of wrecks going down in his honor, which they should. You had suggested that we rename that entire category from the Billfish Foundation in honor of Pat.
Yeah.
So and just so you know, the text group he's talking about is a text group that the three of us are on, along with other storied individuals that are in captains that are in the area. I'm honored to be on that list of people in that text messages. I'm one of maybe only me and Carrie, and I think are the only non-captains like on that entire list. So but Fly serves on the board now for the Billfish Foundation. So
excellent.
It's amazing
we're
how
going to work
quiet
towards. What's that?
It's amazing how quiet it's gotten since our leader.
He ran that whole show.
Yep.
On that text. I mean, every time Pat was writing paragraph-long emails, and we're all just like, "Okay, yeah, cool."
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we were starting to work on a video together, and I was wrapping his boat and the whole thing like that, and then all of a sudden, Pat's in a hospital, and unfortunately, I don't think we need to go down that road again. We've gone down that road before in this show, but listen, Pat, we think about you all the time. We still miss you, and we're trying to do our best here.
Yep.
So we want to work towards getting the Billfish Foundation to name that award after Pat.
I think that'd be very cool.
Talk to Fly about that, and we're going to see if we can make that happen through Ellen and Peter, and see if we can make that happen. So maybe we can bring Ellen and Peter in on the show and talk to them about that. We'll see if we can do that.
Cool.
It might be possible. So, all right. So moving right along.
IGFA
light tackle. So you guys, you got one fish. What did you do on the IGFA light tackle?
4th or 5th place with one fish.
Yeah,
it's a tough tournament, man.
Well, no, it's tough fishing.
Listen, all right, let's bring up Skip Smith for a second.
Yep.
All right. Skip saw a window early on, like, there's all these 2 pound, 4 pound, 6 pound tackle records that aren't even being touched. They made it a goal. Right, to go after those records, and ended up getting 49 world records.
Yep.
Now he got other world records beyond just the light tackle ones.
Which it's amazing they can catch that stuff on.
It's amazing. It's incredible what they did. I mean, it's highly commendable. One fish is a valued fish in that range of tackles. So hey, it's everyone's gonna. It's like catching fish on fly. Same thing. You're gonna catch a fish on fly in like the sail fly down in the Islamorada. Listen, I know that's not your gig, but you're gonna do it. You catch 3 sail on fly.
You catch one in that tournament.
That's what I'm saying.
The first one wins.
If you won it on time, right?
Yep,
exactly.
The first one
pretty much
generally
for
wins.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. But if you catch 3, you had a banner day. Was the point that I was trying to make. So
you catch 3 in
this
a
is
hole.
kind of similar, man. This is that light tackles. You got.
Well, it had nothing to do with the light line and all that. It was just the fishing was tough.
No, fishing was horrible.
Yeah.
Once you were tight, you're fine.
Yeah, it really was. It was amazing.
How many fish you catch that day?
What's that?
How many fish you catch that day?
Well, it's 2-day tournament. We were 3 for 4. I'm sorry, 3 for 5.
It's not bad.
All on the second day, though, right?
No. So, day 1. So after.
That's right. I remember.
So we had the boat in Palm Beach for the whole month of January.
Okay.
So I could kind of see what was going on up there, and the charter guys they go out there, they go straight out the cut, they stop at Dodgewall, they drift to wherever they are in the condos when however hard the current's running, and they come home, and they're all coming in 1, 2, 4, sometimes 5. So I told the guys, I'm like, we're fishing right out front. We're not going anywhere else. So we go to Dodgewall, and there's tons of flyers in there, and like 100 feet, and there's this like weird edge. We set up there first day, day 1, like 8:20. We hooked this sailfish. Get it going. It takes us way offshore, and it's just like it's being an asshole. Fish finally comes up, starts jumping it's like 100 yards out. So we're getting on. We get to like hear from the bar away from getting the tip. Just comes up and jumps again, pulls the hook. I'm like, son of a
for that
fish.
long.
We had him on for 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
We had him on forever. And the fish finally just decided to spit the hook. That was day 1. And
that was day 1.
That was that was
that summed it up.
And I kept making that pass, making that pass. I kept creeping a little north, and I always run back. End of the day, it's like, what was lines out? It was 3:30 in that one. 3 o'clock, I run back to, I don't know, a little before Dodgewall, and like 90 feet. There's flyers everywhere when you're running. We set up at like, I don't know, 310, left long. Just gets piled on. And it's feeding off. They get tight. Fish comes up jumping, and it pulls a hook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then immediately right long, boom, eating, feeding off. And we catch that one. And we caught it like right at lines out. And after we caught it, I'm like, let that thing swim off. I want to see how hard we can pull in a 12-pound. Mm-hmm. I'm like, tighten the drag up like you would normally. And they're like, what? It was fine when it was out. When you got a little closer, there wasn't a stretch. There was no stretch. And pow.
Yeah.
So day 2, we went to the same exact spot, and I want to say we caught one right away in the same spot. Like first thing in the morning, we caught one, boom, done. And then it was like, I'm sorry, no, we didn't. Kept making that pass.
Yeah, you pounded that.
Kept making that pass. And you said you had seen a few floppers out in the deep.
Yep.
So on my next pass, I pulled out in like 350 feet, set up, and we're just like working our way inshore. Like we get to like 250, and this like the most perfect bite. Fish like rolls in, sail up, stops at the left short, eats.
That was a great noise.
He swims off.
And we need to bite that.
So you got to understand. So in our boat, about 11:30, Joey goes.
It's got to be a GIF.
Joey goes in the cabin and starts making lunch, whatever we're having for lunch. I think on that day we were having.
How is Joey with that? Like,
he's
a pretty good host. Right?
Oh my God, he loves it.
Can I come fish with you on the
Absolutely,
next trip and just hang out with Joey the whole time?
Sure. Joey sits on the mezzanine in the AC,
I want to do.
Fishes the left middle, But about 11:30, he goes inside and starts making lunch.
Oh, see, that's what I wanted.
So I think I'm actually on that day. I think we're having meatball sliders from Joseph.
What's on the menu for the Jimmy Johnson?
I don't know yet.
Nobody knows for sure.
So far, the biggest hits that we eat are these buffalo chicken egg rolls from Joseph's, the seared tuna from Joseph's, everything from Joseph's. Seared tuna. We had these like chicken parmesan strombolis that were delicious this weekend, and the meatballs are always good.
All right,
good stuff. But by far the best stuff we've ever had is like the hot Italian beef from Portillo's in Chicago. Gets flown in, and we have that for. I always send Jimmy and Art pictures of what we're having for lunch.
You gotta get what are those big slingshots called? The wingers?
Oh yeah,
you need to get one of those and just like send it over to Art.
So anyway,
I'll catch it in my mouth.
So
that's what she said.
You ever see what is it? Happy Gilmore when he hits it and he catches it in his mouth, a Subway sub, So Joey goes in the cabin.
We need to get one of those hands.
Joey goes in the cabin, start cooking lunch. He literally just walks away. This fish, it couldn't have been any more perfect. Comes up, sail up. He's just like fading in. He goes.
He did it again. He could do it. He could do it again.
Did it again.
Swims off. Curtis is on the rod. Curtis catches the fish. Boom, we got one. So now we're up to 2. And then for the rest of the day, it was like crickets. Like you couldn't catch a dolphin. You couldn't get a meat. There was nothing biting.
No one's going.
Like. You're like, I kept checking the radio to make sure it's still
good,
on.
not as good.
No, not as good.
It's like this. It goes.
So good.
So I just kept pounding that area. I'm talking with Chris Sanchez, who fishes with Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing, he's like, no, dude, it's so dead.
It's so dead.
He's like, what'd you have? He's like, what'd you have for lunch? I'm like, we had I don't know, it was like chicken parm sandwiches. Oh, we had cold pizza.
Yeah.
So they kept
Hawaiian rolls.
They kept running back to you like the breakers and drifting. So I'm like, all right, guys, it's like 3:10. I'm like, let's go make our one pass. We went back to our area, 90 feet, flyers everywhere we stopped, and we put them out. And the whole day we fished perfect. Like nothing was popping out of clips. Going out, the left, I guess it would be middle, but left short pops out. All right, so they're bringing the kite in. So the left
short?
In that tournament with Joey, but it happens.
Yeah.
So the left long is skipping in, and I see one just sail up. Oh, wham! Eats the left long. I'm like, stop the kite! Joe's like, who was on the left long?
Steve?
I think
Randy?
I can't remember now.
Josh?
No, Josh wasn't there.
Shad?
Randy wasn't there. It'll come to me anyway.
Trav?
So
Tim?
No, I think
Mike?
Jay Walls
Okay.
was
Really?
on the left long.
Okay.
And because
That's the high hand.
Yeah, Jay was left long on that day. So gets tight. We catch the fish. We get second place, and that was the end of the day. And then
With 3 fish.
with 3 fish.
Yep.
And we were 3 for 5 for the tournament.
Yep. And that was one fish on smoked the fleet. They had
Yeah.
8 or 9 or something.
No, he caught 6.
6. Okay.
He had 3-day 1 and 3-day 2.
And killed us all. Murdered us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 fish. Oh,
He caught a 4th fish early on day 1. I'm like, God, that might be the
he won
tournament.
the whole goddamn event.
And then we were creeping. We got to 2 fish. I'm like, all right, guys, we got a shot, And then he caught a double at like 2:00. I'm like, it's over.
It's over. Done. Nobody's seeing that many. But then it kind of started to rebound after that. It's crazy. It's been January has been brutal. And first part of February has been brutal.
So the Palm that's the Palm Beach leg. Then we came home and then we had the Cove after that.
Yep. Was that second week of February?
The Cove.
Yay.
Yep.
Yay.
Yay.
That's one of my favorite tournaments. I mean,
It's a local event.
Listen,
I like the
I
Cove.
love the Cove. I love the Cove because it's like our tournament.
That's it. Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like it's just everyone gets together. It's almost like, hey, let's fish the Cove, and it's just like because everyone knows that's ever listened to the show how I feel about our local, right? And I feel we're the best, and that's it. And that's when all 15 of us or 20 of us show up and like fish against each other for no money. Right,
and it's always the same 15, 20
guys,
boats.
Yeah, and that's it. And
it's
for,
fun
for like and it's all like prestige and clout and all the things.
And
like
you're
that.
helping out the Boys and Girls Club.
You're helping out the Boys and Girls Club. And listen, I mean, Connected by Water, we sponsor the whole entire event.
And
Harris
Tim goes in full rare form
goes
mode.
in
It's
full
awesome.
a vintage Matic, right?
Yep.
And,
So Timmy's won it what 3 times?
3 times, yeah.
You've got it once or
Twice.
Twice. I got it once. I think I was with you when we won one time, right? If I remember right.
No, we're back to back the last 2 years.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. We've got 3
That's
seconds and
Listen,
2.
I
firsts.
gotta say one thing, right?
Yep.
Because Harris has got this thing about this tournament because we're all in on the Cove, right? We're working with them now. We're doing a bunch of stuff, and obviously we're doing the tournament stuff. But we're doing more things like that. But Harris has got this thing where he wants to help out the Boys and Girls Club because he's got a history with the Moran family early on, and he's like, we're going all in. He we title sponsor that event every year now, and it's because not connected. It's more because of Harrison. And
Sure.
like that. So I at least want to give him a shout out. And
Excellent.
We really want to support the Boys and Girls Club and the Moran Foundation and everything like through that event. So I should at least just want to get that on the table and say we're really, really proud of the event that happens there and all the funds that get raised for
they
them.
caught some fish.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
They
did a
turned
good
out.
job. Yep.
And
They had fun.
What
They had
scared
fun.
me? Yeah.
They
What
had fun.
scared
They
me
loved
about
it.
that day was what could happen late in the day to the north up there, and they stumbled right into it late in the day. There, just by that time we'd done enough that there was no catching us.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting call on that one. Skip and I were talking. There were some fish to the north, and there was a condition coming that it looked like the second half of the day was going to make up and be right, but they were still calling for rain to hang until the end of the day, and that deal. And
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
In that tournament, there's one year that we on the perpetual trophy that we made it says mystery winner.
What year?
You keep talking about
All right.
about this
Yep.
day. I'm gonna look this
Yep.
up.
So we talked the night before, and John had caught a few fish. He'd caught a half a dozen down to the South Louis on the Sandman. He'd caught a half a dozen down to the south. And first year they took the boundaries out of the thing to try to not have what happened last year, where 3 fish wins the tournament by a pile, which we were fortunate enough to do last year. But
right.
So come out the inlet, and he said, "You know what? I don't want to get rained on today. I'm going south." And I thought I would be the only one to do it. I didn't think anybody else would do it because it was a gamble. It was a hell of a gamble because there were a lot of fish, and there was going to be a condition late in the day up to the north where they could really fire on and you could do something big. So I ran straight to Triumph down there. It's south of Fowey by about 12 miles or so.
You ran a Triumph for the Cove tournament?
Yeah. It's the
Really?
33. I ran straight to the 33.
Damn.
The 25-33. I want to get out. I didn't want to be in the rain. It was going
I
to be
hear
nice.
you.
Beautiful.
I hear you.
We get down there, and James, we were kind of short crew. We have an 11-man crew, but we only had 6 of us for that event. Me counting me, and I'm in the tower, so I'm of no help. It's a 6-line event.
Right.
So Jim DeMarco and Jim Steele are fishing the right side, fishing 3 baits there, and Rob Degnan and
Steve-O?
Nope, Steve-O had it was Chris Niskren. One on the left side. So what may have been the year you're thinking about was the year I got second behind. We'll talk.
I want to say it was like 2013 or something.
Oh, I don't know back then. No.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, I'm probably barking.
2000
I'm not going to.
No, 2013. Matt White won it on. He was running somebody's boat.
I fucking love that you guys remember that kind of shit.
Oh, that was.
I wasn't. I was wahoo fishing that on that.
I remember the boat. I can't.
Matt White was running the boat though, and when he won it, yeah.
Would that be the incognito thing?
No, that was a different one. So anyway, we make that run down there, and like I said, Chris Niskren and Rob Degnan are fishing the left side, east wind, light easterlies on helium all day, and James DeMarco, Jimmy's son, is going to fish a spinning rod, and he was with us on that 21.
He's been getting good, huh?
Yeah, he's getting really good. He was with us on that 21 fish day fishing a spinner, and Jimmy was coaching him up. This is what you do when the boat's moving like this on fish that are bit here, or whatever. And the first 2 bites come on the spinning rod. James DeMarco catches them both. He 2 for 2 right off the bat.
Nice.
Yeah. And look at Jimmy's ear.
Jimmy
must
have been proud.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, boy.
Yep.
Nice.
And turns out Tim Maddock had run that Florida Man boat down there too, and they were fishing probably 3 miles north of us.
Okay.
And so from there, I hear Tim jumps a flopper and hooks. No, he caught one out of the
Tim
kite.
Senior fished this year?
Yeah, he ran the Florida Man boat.
Oh,
Timmy was
so
on,
Tim
Timmy's
Senior
on
was
deck,
on.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So he ran Nate's boat.
Want to tug on your cord here, Skipper. It's driving me crazy.
Man, you like that cord.
I do. Well, no, I don't like it. It's pissing me off, to be honest with you.
It's me.
So,
Florida Man.
Yeah, Florida Man. They start pecking away at him just to the north of us a little bit. And I feel like we've got to do a real number, because when that condition does make up to the north, these guys are going to start rolling on us.
Right.
And they're going to do something. So, and of course, I'm worried about Tim, because he's one of the best that's ever done this.
Let me ask you something real quick, right?
Yeah.
And I know you're going to go on the Matic thing, all that, right?
Yeah.
But north versus south. And south, you got to go south if you're going to do it. You got to be committed.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, what makes you decide that? I mean, you're looking at conditions, but is any of that instinct? I mean, what is that?
Of course, well, everything we do is instinct, but then you calculate off of history, which what I would look at for history of January, February isn't the same. I'd look at that more of a
wind's been blowing this way, and
March,
I remember
April,
that one year.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
March,
all changed.
It's all changed. As far as time of year, now the same condition makes up, and then I'm going to do the same things, but it's just later in the year now than it used to.
Now
be.
it's later,
right?
So it's
right.
push it
or
later, like
earlier too. October, November, I'll stay on that same as it's always been, but then January, February, December, January, February are all very different now.
When's the last time you really ran south?
I don't know.
You were down there for a tournament
3 days ago.
3 days ago.
4 days ago.
What were you down there for?
I was down there for the first day of Operation Sailfish.
It's Challenge.
Challenge, yeah.
Challenge. Okay, we haven't gotten there yet.
You know, he's talking about Miami. Oh, that's right. We were in Miami for the show. We haven't gotten there yet. That's right.
No, we haven't gotten there yet. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit then.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, we were. All right. So, for our second series of bites, such good luck, bad luck, whatever. There were some jumpers, free jumpers, floppers, whatever, Cindy's down there that we knew we were going to have to key off of, and it was later in the day that started happening. Well, I'm sitting in 150 where James had his first 2 bites, and a fish, a double jump, 2 fish. So clearly we got 4 of them. We got a pack coming.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a 25 CV, old school, beautiful boat running along. Literally, fish start jumping. He's right next to him.
Old school 25 CD.
Gorgeous boat.
My heart's starting to get a little warmer right now.
He perfect. He's got a couple and their son on the boat with him. It turns out Jim Steele knows him. He's a yachty guy or whatever.
Okay.
He loops in, pitches 4 baits, and I pull out and set just south of them. They were there first. It's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, I'm not going to miss the opportunity. And he, whatever, sees what's going on, realizes we're in a tournament, says, well, whatever. White starts telling his guys, wind them up. No, fuck, no, you're you're still here to catch fish. It's your day as much as it's my day. We're in a tournament. Yeah, I'd like to catch them all, but stay. And Jim and he are starting to talk, and we realize, we all know each other.
Right.
And you look back and you see one feed on one of his spinning rods, and then two, and then three, and then four, and he's hooked in a quad, and one comes off. Like, oh, God. And then somehow our full right kite spread stays. We got two baits on the left. Fish shows up on the left. Short is the middle, but we don't have a short, so it's short and long. Hook a double there. Mm-hmm. He hooks a quad, catches three of them. We hook a double out of that pack. And we, fortunately, one of his fish actually goes under our boat. I trim the motors up. It goes by, clears. His kid, he looked like maybe he was 10 or 11 years old, is on that fish. The other two of his go offshore, clear, gone for, and safe. And trim the motors up. It goes by. He catches that one, trim him down, and we get after and catch our two. And I jumped that pack, jumped back to the south, knowing that if there's 6 bites were had, then there's probably more there. And 2 fish come up on the right and go away. Oh, God.
There's no more observers in this tournament.
No.
And so it's just not even video cards. I mean, it's just
no.
Just, yeah, which I think is for
this group.
Yeah, for this group. I mean, listen, if you're lying, you're crying on this one.
Mm-hmm. If you need 10 grand that bad,
yeah, exactly,
or whatever.
Yeah, about that.
They're lucky any money's getting put into this tournament.
It's all calculated. It's our own cash.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. So listen, that's good stuff. The crazy thing is, please. The crazy thing is, it's like the deeper we get in the tournament talk and the more rum we drink, it's like sometimes I get like, what the fuck tournament are we talking about again?
We're talking about the Cove.
Yeah, I remember that now.
All right, good.
So you guys caught 11, right?
12.
12 for 15?
12 for 15.
Are we cracking this one?
Might as well.
No, we got this one left. So. All right.
So that brings us to 4 fish.
Right.
And it kind of got slow for us. And at that point, Chip had jumped a 5 fish lead right away.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
He's fishing up there around the flat tops. And there's a bunch of boats around him that weren't getting bit. Now,
right.
What spooked me at this point was Chip jumps a 5 fish lead, and the condition hadn't hit up there yet. So they're getting bit on an off condition with the right one coming. So clearly there's some there. So that was pretty concerned because at this point we're not really lighting it up like I felt like we needed to. I felt like we needed by 1 o'clock or so when I thought the wind was going to go north up there to be up ahead of the fleet by a good 3 or 4 fish pad. I can hear him, yeah.
You can hear him pissing, right?
Yeah. Homeboy's got a hose going up there.
Damn, Skip. We can hear you all the way from here. Sorry.
All good.
Is that appropriate for the podcast?
Heavy stream. So, and then
they call that girthy.
And then what gave me a little bit of hope at that point, we're sitting at 4 for a pretty good little while. Tim hooks a quad, and they catch it. And I guess there was a pile of fish there on the jumper, and that brought him to, what did he end up with? 7? Tim?
They might have caught 8 or 9. I'm not sure what they had.
Yeah, they had a pretty good load.
That's a shithead.
Some help, you got that?
Wait a minute, you had one. What happened? Did it ain't empty?
All right, whatever.
I don't have my pocket knife on me. Just got it.
COVID head.
Yep. So, Cove. Away we go with the Cove. So, Tim gets a pretty decent. Oh God.
Ooh, look at you go.
Oh man.
Yep. Tim gets a pretty.
My
decent,
ass. What?
Tim gets a decent little jump on us, and he takes the lead. We're sitting with 4. Chip's sitting with 5. So it's Tim, Chip, us for a pretty good while. Like it stays like that, and I kind of feel like it chilled on us down around Triumph. So I was kind of easing along. I figured I'm gonna hunt jumpers, and I don't know, maybe an hour and 20 minutes left or so. I kind of get in front of the pack, and I see Tim move back, trying to get in front of what looked like he had something going on there, and I see the number, the depth he's in. Mm-hmm. So I set in that depth. Dean Panos is just north of me, and he told me he didn't tell me. I heard him on the radio talking. He was 4 out of 6 or 8 or something. He'd had some bites. So I kind of set on his number and where I saw Tim had something going on, and it started. We started banging away, and I think we went from that 4 or 5 to 12 in an hour and 10 minutes.
You cut a quad really quick.
Yep, quad, double, 1 out of a double, and then James had started our day with 2 fish on the spinning rod, and with like 2 minutes left, he gets bit again. And dude, we haven't chafed a fish off in years. This year we've chafed a pile of fish off.
Mm-hmm.
Fish comes up jumping right away and chafes him off. So it would have been really, really cool. It would have brought us to 13, but in an unnecessary. But still, you want to do it.
Hey, you got your name on the perpetual trophy back to back.
Yep,
So,
that's right.
there you go.
And it would have been cool though if James would have been able to close it out. But all that said, James has been on the boat with us now for 3 sailfish tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Won all 3 of them sons of bitches. Kind of thinking,
Maybe you got to bring him along all the time.
yeah, we're already at 11 guys. So who are we firing? You tell me.
Mm.
I don't know. All I know is that I'm going on Surreal next week, and I'm
There
going to
you
start
go.
making freaking chicken parm
You'll
sandwiches.
be the 16th guy on the boat.
That's it.
Dude, the best thing we ever have is it's like
I'll be the video
buffalo
guy.
chicken egg rolls. Unbelievable. It's the
Sounds
greatest thing
amazing.
ever. It's
Sounds amazing.
Sounds like a dream.
Dude, you want to hear my story about the Cove?
Yes, please.
100%.
Okay, on to the next one.
Oh, shit. So anyway, well, with all that said,
The highlight of my day was calling Art. I'm like, yeah, I think you guys are definitely in the lead now. He's like, really? I'm like, yep, you're good. That was about it.
Yep. So it turns out it didn't rain near as much to the north. It did rain a little bit up there, and we never got a drop. It was slick, calm, gorgeous, beautiful. What do they call that?
Nice
Whatever.
day.
Yeah, beautiful day. They have some term for it. I can't think of it right now.
Chamber of Commerce Day.
That's the one. That's the one. That's exactly what I was trying to think of. But anyway, it was like that down there. And we were 50 knots on the way home, slick, calm, gorgeous the whole way until we got almost to the steeple when it finally hit us there and came up north, and we ran through some rain at that point. But it's unfortunately for Gator One, they were up there, and one of the fellas on the boat pinched his finger in one of the hatches or something.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah,
Had some. They caught some fish. They had
it started happening for him on that north wind, and a fella got hurt, and they had to go in and drop him off to get stitched up. Or
Really?
it may have been good enough there for them. They were all up in Jupiter. I guess it got legit rough, like bad.
It was rough. Yeah.
But
Up here.
Jupiter, all the way to the north end
Oh,
up there.
okay.
Yeah, but it started happening. I mean, they were double, quad, whatever started happening. The fella got hurt, and they just too much. They ended up having to take him in, and that cut them off. Or they may have been able to run us down.
Well, Gator One had a good last tournament, though.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Yeah.
Yep. And then also your boy Harris there in Boynton, it started popping off there a little bit when that wind went north there as well.
How many they end up catching?
I think they caught 3, but they had quite a few bites there at the end that kind of snafu'd on them.
Yeah.
They were saying. So the fear was there, and it was legit, but it wasn't enough. We were able to do enough down there to win that one. Back to back, though. Love doing that.
Back to back.
Yeah, we started at Flat Tops. And it looked amazing. It looked great. Good current. And put them up. No bites, no bites, no bites. And unbeknownst to me, Chippy had caught 5 just a little outside and south of us. Like really quick, he caught 5. Like right away in the morning. I didn't know. There's no live scoring. You can't tell.
Right.
Unless you talk to somebody or see him catch him, you don't know. And I knew that they were catching fish on the ledge up north.
Mm-hmm.
So we rolled to the ledge. My plan the whole day was start there, try to pick a few in the morning, go to the ledge, wait for that north wind to kick in, and catch them.
Mm-hmm.
And we got up there, and we didn't get
and then the
jack
weather turned
squat.
to shit, right?
Yeah.
Then we were 0 for 1. When the wind picked up, we finally got a bite.
Doesn't matter to him. He's in a 72-foot Merritt. It can do what it wants.
Coach was on the ride, like we're back and we're getting there.
Yeah, that's all I
And-
think about. Is you can say steeple, and then you got to go all the way from steeple to Hillsborough Inlet, like needle rain.
But it's a tip tournament, so we're literally like this far from the tip. I'm like, all right, you got him. Yep. In my mind, they got him. So I take everything out of gear. Next thing I know, the rods are in the boat, and like everything's tangled in the wheels, and I see the line going out there, and the fish jumping over there. I'm like, we're so fucked, man.
Who's tangling your wheels?
The fish.
It happens. It ain't hard to do on those big boats like that.
And then I'm like, so we came out of gear, went sideways, and one of our guys actually jumped in the water with a mast and tried to untangle it. And I'm like, forget it, guys. Just pop them off, and we fished a little
Fish
more.
was still on there with the line through the wheels?
100%.
Oh.
I can see the lines out there, the fish out there jumping. And
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll tell you something crazy. So I've been doing these sailfish tournaments for a pretty good little while now. And we've never finished a quad in a tournament. Finished 1 million quads, fun fishing and charter fishing and everywhere else.
You've never caught a quad?
Never finished a quad in a tournament.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. And I don't want to tell you how
That's
many
the most
we've hooked.
baffling thing I've ever heard.
Yep. Don't want to tell you how many
You've
we've
caught a
hooked.
quad in a tournament.
caught a handful. Of
Yeah.
quads. Yeah.
Never done it. Never
You
once done it.
kidding me?
Nope. Until the Cove
I
tournament.
find that laughable.
Yep. So here's,
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I'm
dude,
surprised about that.
so am I. It's aggravating, but we've done it now.
It's aggravating.
And we've had
But seriously, I mean,
so many times we've had them hooked. So many times. It's just something weird happens. Lines come together. Shit goes wrong.
It's like a dance. It's really hard to not have.
No,
one fish
I've been in the middle of a
off.
quad before. I get
It's-
it. I
it's
understand
crazy, you know?
completely, but
Oh.
you know,
But dude, and that's the thing. In charters and everything else, we've done a bunch of them. No problem, whatever. It just something goes wrong and it doesn't work out. And it's cost us jackets and everything else under the sun that they didn't work out. But whatever. So we hooked that quad in the Cove tournament, and right long, right middle, left long, left middle, but there's no short, so it's really left long, left short.
right?
And tight, everything's good. Right, left middle, you got to go first. Does left long goes down, and we catch the two right side fish first, pretty quickly, and I'm seeing two lines coming together, and I got a fish jumping inshore, and there's a fish jumping way the hell offshore. Both rods are pointed inshore from the left side.
Just spooling.
No, they're both engaged fighting the fish, and I said, guys, something ain't right. So Rob backs off. And I never, a mistake on my part, I never looked at Rob's spool to see what was there, how much line was on the reel or whatever. But so we're fighting these two fish, and Rob's barely engaged and gaining a little bit, and Chris is gaining pretty steady. I said, guys, I think you got the same fish. One of y'all got to cut it off.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and then I'm looking at it. No, I distinctly remember watching two fish feed on the left side. No, that's not the case. Don't cut
It's not
anything
the
off. We're
same
good.
fish.
No. There was two. No, at the same time, two fish feeding. Two very different fish feeding. No doubt about it. Two fish.
Other lines.
So now I'm thinking that. I'm saying, Rob, stay out of gear. Something ain't right here. So we're getting close to Chris's fish, and he's in it pretty good fighting the fish. And I'm looking down, and I see Rob's line going towards Chris's fish, but then it's going under my bow and offshore.
The line's got to be wrapped.
The fucking thing, Rob's line, somehow when the two fish were jumping together out there, gets inside the snap.
Exactly.
Actually got inside the snap.
What?
Like,
In the snap.
Inside the snap. The snap lines through it and gone offshore. So at least now we know what's going on. I can see that shit going on down there. I said, we know what's going on. Rob, stay out of gear. Fight Chris's fish all the way up. Get the leader.
It's like a rigger.
Cut it off. Cut it above the Chris's snap
Let
where
it go.
it is around Rob's. And then let it slide. And off we go. We go chasing Rob's fish down and cut the quad. With Rob's. And that's just something to say about Suffolk's line. That shit held up through seesawing through that snap for a little while. I mean, he never went real hard because we knew we had something weird going on.
Right.
But he was in the fish. He was fighting the fish for a little while.
Right.
Through Chris's fish.
Well, that's got to be one or two things. Either the same fish or your.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Right?
easy
It's
for
gotta
mono
be.
is to just go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
easy
it
stick.
definitely. It laid over it and then just pulled its way around. And fortunately didn't open Chris's snap, which we have had happen.
Yeah.
And lost a fish one time to a snap getting open and a leader flopping off of it.
Damn.
Yep.
All right. So congratulations on the Cove.
Yay.
Right. Moving right
I do
along.
like winning that one. Yep. We got a lot to try to get done here.
Oh, we got a lot to try to. All right. Listen, we're an hour and a half into this.
That's not too bad.
Really already?
Yeah, already. So let's
We'll jump right to operation, right? Or no, challenge.
Challenge.
let's move right into the Sailfish challenge.
That's it. That's the
All right?
last
I'm
one
not,
we got.
I'm not going to rush through it.
Yep.
Right? I'm not going to rush through it. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Let's move into the Sailfish challenge.
Challenge was epic for
Yeah,
first
it
day.
was-
It's
Yeah.
a good tournament, right? Which speaks to the heating up aspect of this, which is why I think this weekend's going to be.
Should be good.
It was by
Right?
far the best fishing we've had. all
Yeah,
year.
I,
no
that's
doubt.
what I think. Every
I won't
listen,
say best fishing, best
I'm
tournament
telling you.
fishing.
I'm telling you, that time slot where the Jimmy Johnson is,
It's a good time right now.
freaking
Yeah.
perfect.
Yep.
It really is, because like slow or hot or whatever like that, like you can't beat the beginning of March.
What's interesting about going into the Jimmy Johnson
Right?
too,
You
though,
agree or do you
Yeah.
disagree?
March,
Right?
April,
for sure.
March, April is the best of it.
March, April, best
Yep.
of it. You're starting to get in the heat of it all.
But what's interesting is Island Rod has been the most consistent place in Florida all year for sales this year.
Mhm.
Yep.
And that's in the boundaries for this one. So those guys down there
Conk.
could do something.
You
In
let
this
out
one.
some secrets. It doesn't matter because it's going to air out.
Oh, no,
in
it's
the
not a
tournament,
secret.
but
Everybody knows Island Rod has
Conk
been
could get
consistent.
really good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really consistent in the Keys this year.
Are you going to run south?
I don't know. It's way
Too
too
early.
early to know that. I'm not going to go to the Keys. I shouldn't
That's
say
a
that.
tough call.
Don't say that. Don't say. You never know. It's not likely that I will run all the way to the Keys, but
It was all post tournament. This conversation
Doesn't matter.
So, yeah,
It's still too early to tell.
yeah, I know.
way too early. Dude, I won't know until
And the conditions get
Thursday morning.
really, really good
Yeah.
locally. So
Yeah,
Yep. So anyway,
it's a challenge.
so you want to start the challenge?
I don't care.
Start the challenge. Skip.
So challenge, leading up to the challenge, there was a bite going. There was a little bit of a bite up north, like flat tops, breakers, but it was better. It sounded like it was better to the south.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Fowey to Triumph all through there.
Ocean Reef was going nuts.
Ocean Reef was going off, but we can't
Out
go
of
that
boundaries.
far.
Yeah.
Our boundary was a 25 or 28?
25, 20,
28.
28. Yep. Just south of Triumph.
So day one, we pulled out, went south, and we were the furthest boat south running the boundary. Put them up, and like right away, I saw. There's people were catching fish all around us. We caught a double pretty quick at like, I don't know, 9 o'clock. And this whole year, we can't catch fish in the morning. I don't know why. It's like noon to the end of the day. And the
Really?
second, it's crazy. So we knocked you out by like 9 o'clock. I'm like, guys, that felt good. We caught a couple fish before 9.
Yeah.
It's all good. And then that bite kind of fizzled, and it was cranking away there from like Fowey to County Rex. Like Louis caught a 5-banger
Mm-hmm.
and a white. First,
Really?
he caught a white and a 5-banger, and then Gator 1 caught a 6-banger, and had like 3 or 4 other fish like swimming around their boat.
The
Do you remember
whites,
what we
huh?
call a
What's that?
6-banger on the liquid boat?
What's that?
Do you remember what we call a 6-banger on the liquid boat?
I don't know what.
You made the joke about the bear in the sand and
Oh, the cocksand bear.
cocksand tuplet.
Oh, that's right.
Cocksand tuplet.
Yeah, people can ask us at a tournament what it is. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
saying it
going to
on here.
happen. You know it's going to happen. So anyway, we fished south in day one, and we caught 2 early. Moved up. We caught another one,
Mm-hmm.
and then made another move to. We're like right off Fowey, and we get this like smoking bite. Like I see the sail, I see everything right along. Boom, gets just piled on, and Jay Walls on the rod. He's like, it's freaking. I'm watching lines going. He's like, he locks it up, gets tight. This thing's bing, 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 bing. And he goes by me as it's jumping. I'm like, that looked like a white marlin, dude.
Yeah.
So I got the camera going. Like I start the camera, I hand it to the coach up top, and we're moving on the fish. And we're like this far from the touch, right? We're reaching, and it starts going away. I'm like, that's a fucking white marlin.
Round
dude.
paddles.
Oh, 1,000% white marlin. Jump, goes deep, gets wrapped up. We fight it for like 20 minutes, ends up fraying off. Oh, dude. So we make a move. We're creeping our way. Now
I saw you post those.
Now it's
pics.
like I don't know, 3 o'clock. We make a move. We get to like right in the County Rex area where Q's banging away on him.
Banging away.
He had a great day. Baits are going out, and this all comes to, I don't know, it was late in the day. The guys are getting tired, but we had a bait get deep as it's going out, and I see a big splash on the left long, and my guys thought there he is in the left middle. I'm like, that's definitely left long, right? And I see a fish, nose in the air, cork all wrapped around the line, just going. So I'm like, he's all wrapped up in a leader. I'm trying to gun it to get to him
Mhm.
while he's wrapped up in a leader, or actually the main line.
Yeah.
They're like, it's the left middle. I'm like, it's the fucking left long, because I fish different color corks. I fish pink, green, pink. So
Right.
there's no, you can't mess up the middle.
There you go.
This thing came up. It's almost like he tried to eat the cork, right? So we're coming back towards it, and everything comes away. So we're clearing in, and everybody in the cockpit swears left middle got bit. Left middle comes up, it's pristine. Nothing happens. They crank up the left long. The double line is frayed, broken. There's only one line left on it, and the bait's perfect.
Double line's a single line.
Double line's not a single. So I tell the guys, I'm like, this is a learning thing, guys. This is why you keep the bait on the surface in your hand.
This is why you listen to me.
This is why you let it go out. So that was our 5th bite for the day.
Uh-huh.
So we already caught 3. That's our 5th bite. And all right, guys, put them back out. We're sitting there. It's like, I don't know, 3:45, first day. I'm like if I see it 100 times again, I'm gonna say it's a sailfish. Boom, sailfish right along. There he is. Gets tight, cranking. Fish is jumping, doing his thing, and we're backing towards it. And then it starts doing the.
Yeah, the heck of the greyhound.
So
yeah.
Ryan's right next to us. So here's we're here. Blue tails is here. Ryan is here. We hooked that fish on the right long, right? Immediately, I look at blue tails and their spread, and they've got sailfish up eating everything. I'm like, they just went through our fucking spread. How come they eat ours, right?
Right.
Maybe the marlin scaled them. I don't know. So we start moving on the fish, and Ryan texts me. He's like, man, you finally got an active one. They haven't jumped all day. I'm like, yeah, it's because it's a fucking white marlin, dude.
Yeah.
You got another one?
Dude, I wonder that, though. Like, you talk about the sailfish jumping in the other spread and the marlin.
Dude,
do you think
they
like
were
a sailfish, if they see a white marlin, are going to be spooked off?
Dude,
no, they're all coming together.
Those
They're all
fish,
coming together, right?
those fish had to go through our spread
below you
to get to their spread. I don't know. Maybe the fish started jumping before. Who knows? Maybe they pushed them down and they popped that.
I've always looked at a white marlin as a sailfish.
Not very different.
Not very different at all. I mean, you got a different dorsal, obviously, in your paddle fins. Other than
And they
that,
get a
the
little bit
anatomy of the whole thing, because obviously I pay attention to anatomy more than most.
They're way more
right?
delicious, that's for sure.
Yeah, they are way more delicious.
But
I so wanted to
very,
cook that thing.
very similar fish.
It was like a 75-pounder too.
Oh, he'd been legal.
What?
I want to kill it. I want to eat it.
The good eating fish.
Oh, it's a good eating fish.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
very similar fish.
Very similar.
Yeah,
Very,
that was a big
very
part of going to the
similar,
mid-Atlantic
anatomically
there.
speaking.
Yeah, and their mouth's very similar. That's when I went north and said, dude,
look at that
off.
sailfish behind you, right? I can take that sail off, and I can round out those pecs, and I can round out that dorsal, and it's the same fucking fish.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. And they don't have that fin to throw up and pull against, so they
Right.
Yeah.
I'll shorten the bill a little bit, maybe.
Yep.
Fatten it up.
Once we
That's
got out,
about
it was much easier to catch.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah. Yep, no doubt.
A
They
lot
seem
of
to be a little more aggro.
a lot of surface stuff.
Yeah, a little more aggro, but
that's why I think we lost the first one. He was going bananas.
ballistic. Yeah.
Yeah. But when I think I saw he was kind of wrapped up, went deep, and
So that's part of what was so special about day one in that Sailfish Challenge was there was a piece of water that moved in there basically from Fowey to Government Cut that was absolutely epic. The whole world showed up in there.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen a ton of them. I've seen a bunch, but not a ton. Had an 800 to probably better than 1,000-pound bluefin tuna full broadside air out.
Right.
Steve-O in the tower right below me, camera in hand, ready to go.
How is Steve-O doing?
Phenomenal. Steve-O's great.
Yeah.
Love that dude.
I got to give him a call. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Took a job with Jim Lux, too, so he's actually...
Oh, yeah.
employed.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
So we'll do the whole day like we're supposed to. Same deal. Took off to the north and got down to the 30 or so, and there was a decent pack of boats at the southern end of it and a little bit of a gap to the north. So I set up on the 30, and a pretty good load of boats showed up to the north of us that kind of, sealed it all in. And there was 2 minutes to the lines in. There's a pair of warbirds dipping, and I'm watching it, and I'm seeing the flyers showering. It seems like it's going on a long time. I'm thinking, probably Mahi's stupid decision. Horrible decision. They're 500 yards inshore of me. Could have picked it all up and ran in there, but I liked the little piece of water I was sitting in, and I felt like when we get these kites up, we're going to get an early bite here. Well,
I gotta pause this 1 second. This is when the intel happens, right? This is why we do this fucking show.
Yeah, pretty much. It was
what you're about to say right now
re-educating my mistake,
is exactly why.
Yeah.
This is the most popular episode that we do. This is the shit that you guys talk about, like when it's like this.
Yeah.
Like when you shed the light on these moments right now is when the two of you are so valuable in this moment to the show.
Yeah.
Right now. And I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to make that like unequivocally clear, right? That when you guys come on this show, and the reason that this is the most popular episode that we do, and the reason that this is the most favorite episode that I do with you guys, and why I consider you guys a part of this show, we've been doing this for so long together, is about what's about to come out of your freaking mouth right now.
Well,
this is the stuff.
What's going to come out of your face, Arthur?
No.
I'm going to puke it out. Let me puke it out.
No. I'm not bullshit. Listen, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass either, but this is the actual truth.
I'm not really into that, but whatever. Pineapple is my safe
fucking
word.
Ed McMahon over here, right? Right?
Pineapple.
Yes, John, yes.
So anyway,
but this is what I'm talking. This is it.
Yeah. So, well, if you
I
stare
just
at
wanna
it
Right
long
now, I
enough,
fucking forgot what he was talking
No,
about.
he's not.
I
He's
know,
forgetting
I know.
shit. That's the best part. He
So-
knows what he's about to say.
so here's the thing with all of it. Different species.
Who swooped in there and got him?
should have, could have, should have. Well, different species push bait in different ways.
there you go.
Mahis push
See?
them forever. Even if Mahi's belly
You
is
know all
jam
this
full.
shit too. See?
Whatever, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? When Mahi's belly is jam full, they'll continue swimming with bait and pushing them in the ballyhoos or the flyers.
Because they're fucking stupid.
They're stupid. They keep on showering, and they're not even the slightest bit interested in trying to eat them.
Not at all.
They're right there. They're there. They're the same thing as me. Big meatball sub.
Yep.
Fuck, I don't want to walk away from this thing. Somebody else might get it. So
The fucking mahi's the stupidest fish in the goddamn
but
planet Earth.
sometimes they won't eat for shit. It's
You're still
future,
dumb.
Whatever. Yeah, they are.
They don't know
and
why
I'm
they're not
watching
eating.
this. I'm watching this, and I'm not seeing any busts. Like no busts. I'm thinking,
Tell them which way they go, Arthur.
yeah. So I'm watching something.
You already let the cat out of the bag.
It's got to be mahis. Got to be mahis. They're not feeding, but
You
they're
know I'm
pushing
right
the bait.
for calling this out right now.
Yeah, whatever. So I talked myself out of it, knowing the whole time, like you said, you're an idiot. You should be in there. This is activity. You should be in there. But I didn't go. Seraphim pulls in there.
Always got to go with the gut.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Always.
Seraphim they're already kind of in. They're south of me a little bit. It was definitely easier for them to get there, but they had to make a move to get there.
And I saw him pick up and run.
Yeah, well, he was going to that. He pulls in there, hooks a double right away. Right there. Motherfucker.
When I say double, like right away, I mean like
Seconds the line's in.
Bam, bam.
Yeah.
8
Well, the activity-
20.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
The activity started at 2 minutes to line's in.
Highly valuable sailfish to get right at 8 o'clock.
Oh, it's just, it gets your mojo
Yeah,
going. Everybody's
for sure.
pumped. So I see that.
That's the most important fish you can catch, other than the actual winner at the end of the day, is that first
one.
fucking sailfish.
What does Keith call it? The indicator. The
Yeah.
indicator bite. Yeah. So started with a bad decision there and not making that move. And
By the way, I think I've dropped more F-bombs than I've ever dropped in any episode in the
And you're
history of this
fired up.
entire podcast.
Fuck
tonight.
yeah.
I am fired up tonight. I am
Yeah.
back from freaking COVID.
attaboy, you ain't
Right,
dead.
and we
As
haven't
skinny as
done
a
this for
rail.
the goddamn lighthouse episode was the last episode we did. I'm
Yeah.
like hard up for a fucking good episode.
Yeah.
There goes another one.
Yep. So that was my first blunder of
my
that.
count's like
day.
39 right now. I got a clicker over here.
Very good. But then it kind of quieted off though. Pretty good. It was
was.
an early flurry and it quieted off. But you hear some guys rolling. And I talked to Louis at that point. He'd only had one bite and they missed it. Said puke the fucking goggle eye back at me and whatever. Yeah, I think he hates goggle eyes.
That happened to me yesterday
Yeah.
or whatever, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Probably has a love-hate relationship with goggle eyes.
Yeah, no
Right?
doubt. No doubt.
It's like a
He'd rather get
necessary evil fish.
Louis is the most quiet, sensitive guy
So
you've
listen,
ever talked to.
We got to
Love
bring
this
him
guy.
on the episode.
But
It's been,
dude,
what, 3
When
years
you're,
since he
dude, I've
said
been
he
on
wanted
the
to come
phone
on?
with him when a fish pops up. He's like, he goes fucking crazy. He's
Bring
like,
him
he
on.
explodes, man.
Listen, I got a fourth chair. We'll bring him on, and he's got to say like 2 things every like 20 minutes.
You know,
That's
if
it.
when we do
he's
that,
got
I'm gonna
some
have
value.
I'm gonna have my notebook here. I'm not gonna say a word the entire episode. 'cause
We're gonna
he's
try to
the
draw
fucking
it
He's the
out.
best that ever did it.
We're gonna try to draw it out like I draw it out
The-
of art every
He'll,
time.
The
dude, that's the
best.
thing. He'll talk.
I have
He'll talk
nothing to
because
gain
he
from
knows
it.
he's still going to be successful no matter what. But anyway, so that shit goes down and I get fed up because I can't get anything happening down there.
We'll bring Ray on the show.
Yeah,
too.
you left pretty quick.
Yeah, I got out of there. I ran up there. I felt whatever. My ego
is not your.
well at that point it wasn't because I said, fuck it. If Louis up there, he saw one and I saw he had a few other bites and I talked to him. Get up there and fish around him for a bit. Never do that. Never ever do that.
So I have a running joke with Jamie Ralph. You know who Jamie Ralph is
Mhm.
from 007?
Another great guy to talk to on the
So Jamie, fishy dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's a lot of fun.
Bring him in.
So
This is an open book. This place.
So my running joke with Jamie, because I was my service doesn't work very well down there at
Triumph.
Triumph. It's like no service works. AT&T works a little bit. But.
Mhm.
So Louis had like 6 or 7 fish by the time I got phone service. I immediately called Jamie. He goes, I didn't do it. I didn't poke the bear.
Didn't do it.
It wasn't me. Because
Come
we
on.
have a joke like, dude, don't even look at Louis.
Don't.
Don't poke him.
yeah.
Don't poke the bear because we have a joke that he sucks up all the sailfish and you can't get one.
Yep, so
It's freaking hysterical.
That the whole thing when I told you that story earlier, I'm like, oh yeah, Art's moved south. I was freaking out. Oh yeah, but John Louis here, right?
Yep.
It was like this magnetic pull.
Yep. So
Like
here's
this.
the thing. I get in there, Louis sitting here, and I will always be nothing but respectful to the guy and anybody. I don't set down on people. So I set up a pretty good ways north and inshore of him. Kind of knew what number he was fishing. And I'll figure out he's
Where are you right now?
just north of Fowey.
Okay.
Like the 40 line, maybe?
Thereabouts,
39?
probably. Yep. I was on the
Where the old
no,
monument-
I was on the 40. He was on like the 39 or so.
About where the old monument bill used to be.
Okay.
So
That's
he's fishing 170. All right, I'll set up in 150, just inshore him and play a little bit. And Quentin sets up. He'd already had 2 fish, but he sets up just a little bit north of me. hooks a fish pretty quick. Louis hooks a quad, catches a white marlin and a quad south of me.
No, he went single 5-banger.
Yeah, that's right. White marlin single, 5-banger sail just south of me and offshore me.
For the challenge?
Yeah. In the challenge, yeah. Quentin, just north of me, I watch him catch one, make a
I'm
jump
surprised
back.
I didn't hear about that already.
Yeah, he's kind of close to me at this point and hooks a double. Louis is calling me as my left long, Mike Gullah, says, oh, big sail, left long. Like, normally, just sail, whatever, big sail. So I'm never looking south. There's nothing for me south. So I look around, and all I'm seeing is a tail re-entering. First words were, not a sail, and if it is, it's the biggest sailfish that ever lived. And as I'm getting lived out, 800,000-pound bluefin, full broadside.
I was going to say, yeah.
The whole place. Steve-O was standing right next to me, camera in hand, ready to go with pictures, and he's
singing, right?
No. The fish is still in the air. The fish was in the air for a second and a half, 2 seconds. No, he's got a camera on his chest, and his chin's on the ground. I've never seen him lock up before. He locks up, no pictures, no nothing. The thing's, I mean, dude, I think he could have picked his teeth, got the camera up, hey, you seeing this? And started taking pictures. The thing was in the air for so long. One of the guys, Chad Troncalli, says 800,000 pounds, somewhere in there. 800 to 1,000. Chad Troncalli says, you sure that wasn't a whale? It was so fucking big. He says, you sure that wasn't a whale?
Volkswagen, right?
Oh, dude, it would have crushed a Volkswagen. It was so fucking big. Jet Tronc says,
wow.
you sure that wasn't a whale? Yeah, it was so big. And then big wahoo on the left short and all this shit's going on around me. And these guys are getting bit by sails in the whole world. Mahis and all kinds of shit.
The medley.
Yeah. Sails and white marlin over here. Sails on it. I'm out. I'm not getting. So I make a loop around and get north of the pack a little bit. And I finally get my shit started there. And we ended up 6 out of 7 from, I don't know, 11:30 to lines out fishing north of those guys. And the condition was epic up there. I mean, we still was getting wahoo bites and mahi bites and bonita bites and king bites. I mean, it was just bite after bite after bite.
Where are you at with this, Skip?
I made my move north. I was at like the 41.5, 42.
Yeah, by this point, I'm up to 45.
Yeah.
I'm basically right
in front. Q, did you see Q when he made that move north? Where'd he go?
He never made it to me. I was the north.
So he had I was making a run. My last move of the day at like 2:45. I was going outside the outfall. I was going to set up there.
That was where I was starting my passes.
And I saw a boat get tight, so I stopped, put him up. And that's when we caught the white marlin.
Okay.
But
epic water.
But Q
epic water.
ran by me.
Sounds epic.
Yeah, he had to be somewhere.
Dude, I am hopeful for this weekend.
Yeah.
Hearing all this.
There's definitely going to be some fish caught.
Oh, for sure.
Holy shit.
But it was interesting. There was a piece of water came in off of Boca that was full of mahis and wahoos. The guys weren't catching sails, and on that same Friday, Saturday there. That was Friday there.
Because I'll say on our pre-fish day on Thursday, I fished literally looking down the throat of Boynton Inlet, and it was the most amazing. Dude, there was millions of flying fish in the early morning sun, just showering everywhere, showering. We caught a 35-pound dolphin. We caught like a 20-pound dolphin. A few other
really good.
It was amazing fishing, but no sailfish. Not
a
single
good.
bite.
I'm telling you,
it could be.
So I'm like, all right. So we ran back south, set up off like San Remo. Put them up. Immediately caught one. Then we caught a double, and then we caught 4 in like 45 minutes.
Yep. So that was our Friday deal there. But then you roll into Saturday, and Skip, smart as he is, I'm going north. There's an awful lot of fish. The majority of the boats in the top 10 were up there. But I saw what I saw down there, and I said, man.
I was doing like metrics. I went through the top 15 boats.
That's right.
And I took out Louis 5, and Gator 1 caught a 6-banger. They had 2 fish.
Gator 1 had a good show.
They had 2 fish, and they caught 6, and that was it.
Damn it, I got to ditch y'all. I'll crack the seal. I'll be quick.
So I'm doing my metrics of, all right, so there's 15 boats. These 3 boats from the south did very well, but they had big, you know.
What was up with the contender one?
There's no telling. When you're hot, you know?
Yeah, this is hot, right?
He was fishing.
Where were they set up?
I think it's called the Evergreen Wreck, right in the middle of the county wrecks there, like the 41 and a half, like 120, 130. And he was getting bit, but nobody else around him was getting bit. Like they were getting one here, but he was catching one after the other, after the other, after the other. And sometimes that's how it goes, man. You know, that's fishing.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Was Murphy on the boat then for that? And Murphy had fished on the boat with him in the past.
I don't think he's on there anymore.
Not anymore. All right. Well, shit, dude. Listen, You know what this reminds me of? This moment right now. And I don't want to get you guys too amped up.
Band camp?
No.
A
Yes, it does. No.
little bit.
A little bit. No, I don't like, because you guys are of the school of thought to where, like, all right, in your ego's not your ego. In your head, can't get too hot, can't get too cold, or never get too hot, never get too. You always got to keep it
Don't
in
get too
perspective.
high. Don't get too
Right,
low.
right. Let's keep the
But
keel
it
even.
is hard. It's hard
everything
not
like
to
that.
get.
But you know what it's like to me? It's like back in like high school and you're surfing, like, and you start like watching the swells and shit like that, and you're like, oh, that's cold front coming. This is gonna be tight. It's gonna be clean. It's gonna be boom. This
Yeah, I
is
think
what
there's
this
gonna be some
weekend
great
reminds
fishing
me
this
of.
week. It's gonna be
And
good.
it's like hard not to be like, you don't want to be like, then the day comes, you're like, boom, it's fucking barreling.
Well, what happened? There's finally like a biomass of fish that's moved in,
Mm-hmm.
and there's fish everywhere. There's fish in the Keys. There's fish in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
There's fish
Palm Beach.
Palm Beach. There's fish up to the north. They're
Caught 2 out of 3 in Delray on a
They're out
no
of the
win.
they're out of the boundary, but there was fish being caught all day long until like the 27:10 on the second day of the challenge. So it was really good up there.
All right.
But day 2,
Day 2.
Going to day
Gotta
2?
do day 2.
Go day 2.
so day 2, I'm doing my numbers in my head, and I'm idling out the inlet. I'm like I idled out to the outfall, and everybody in the crew like, yeah, we knew you were going north as soon as you were idling to the outfall, and not just like blazing to the south.
Mm-hmm.
So I idled out. There was a little bit of current out front, and I got there and just went right to the north. And I've done it to myself too many times where I stopped right off Point Inlet. There was like a ridiculous like rolling edge. There was a rolling tide edge. It mixed in with the outgoing tide edge, and like
Kind of like the quasi rip you saw up and
it was. No, this is
No,
way
this is
different.
north
than
south.
that.
deeper
This-
than that.
yeah, this
This is
is
way
normal
different.
here.
all right.
But it looked like if you could set up a sailfish condition, that was it. And then I rolled a little further north just to see what it looked like, and it looked even better off like the flat tops.
Really?
Yeah, like a little North Lake Worth Pier.
And he called me at that point and says, dude, it looks really, really good up here.
And Louis called me too. Louis like, I'm down here. It doesn't look good. I'm like, it looks really good, like
Mhm.
ridiculous good. It's like the best water I've seen all year. And then I'm literally kites in the air, posted up. We got like 25 minutes to go. And I talked to Paul from FFMD.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm sitting here. I've seen like 2 or 3 floppers. I'm like, break them down, guys. And we blazed to where he was and put them up.
Yeah, those floppers.
But floppers are key. If you see floppers, there's normally
Yeah.
more fish there. But the little Freeman boat, off course,
Alex, yeah.
we're like right next to each other off the flat tops. They caught 3 within like 15 minutes where we were.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So many times sometimes you overthink it. Like if it looks good, just stay there and just stop.
Definitely. Can overthink it.
Oh, very easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's you try too hard.
So you
Yeah.
want to hear about my insanity?
No, no, Art. We don't want to hear you about your insanity at all.
Oh, are you talking about day 2?
Yeah. Get up, roll out. I make the decision that water was amazing. I don't think it's leaving. I didn't see anything saying it was leaving day 1. We okay?
Yeah, we're good. We're totally good.
Doing a two episode deal
If he
again?
says we're totally good, we're good.
We're good. So I didn't think it was
I just listen to him.
Yep.
That's all.
Typically, I think. Typically, I'm pretty on when I feel like a piece of water is going to come or stay or go or whatever,
Right.
and I feel like it's just got to stay. There's just no way that's leaving because it was all the way to Ocean Reef and it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back, and I'd played a lot of the numbers games as well, but I felt like it was enough down there. I'm going. I get all the way to Government Cut, and I had a text that said, "Listen, we got North Current at Government Cut
You had a text from who?
from John." Well, he
Okay.
and that was through somebody else.
Jean Louis.
Yeah, that told
Okay.
him that there was North Current there. Well, it's a nice run down. The wind had come down a bit, and we get to the Diamonds basically starts getting a little choppier. Weird. Get to Government Cut, and I start working my way offshore, and it's rougher than snot. We're going to be on helium,
Mm-hmm.
and it's bad rough, horrible rough. Well,
Helium and rough.
yeah. So this is
kinda
strange.
weird.
This is strange.
That's weird.
We call that an outsuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
generally, when the current's pushing off the beach like that,
That's helium and rough.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not good.
it's not
No.
good. It's an outsuck, is what we've all called it, and it sucks in an outsuck.
Right.
And this is where I'm looking to go fishing. I get there, and we got 35 minutes to lines in them. fuck, I'm not going to sit down here. I need a real number today.
Yeah.
Because contender 1 is
Bonkers.
right behind us. When they got a great first day,
Yeah.
right behind us in the jackets, and can't sit here. Got to go up there and do a number. Got to try to at least get within the top 5 in this thing, and I don't think it's going to happen in Miami. So I do the math. All right, we're going to lose an hour of fishing. Whatever. We make runs that take more than an hour during the day.
1 hour is,
Yeah.
you know,
You're
in
fucking
a
bored.
12-hour
You're pissing me
day
off
of
on me.
fishing. I mean,
We do that
Yeah.
run all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So hell with it. It just happens to be in the beginning of the day. But the cost is losing the momentum a little bit of the guys. They get a little potentially, and maybe they do, maybe they
if you
don't.
catch one fish, that comes
Yeah.
right back.
Right, exactly. So fuck it, we're out of here. Make the run. Well, we pass Port Everglades at Lines End, still on the beach because it's just choppy enough from the day before still to make it hard for us to run real fast offshore. And I get to right between the steeple and Pompano Pier, and we've still got some ballyhoos around, so there's potential for something to happen in those ballyhoos. And I
Just
see,
showering?
yeah, well, I see the warbirds and the pelicans,
Okay.
and all kinds of shit's going on. Pour the coals to it, get out there, jump up in the tower real quick, and there's, I'm on the way. I'm seeing busts all over the place, and they get a few baits hooked and ready to rock, and there's blackfins and bonitas and giant Jack Crevalles and shit everywhere.
Popping?
Oh yeah, trashing these ballyhoos, showers and showers, and I'm
Fiesta.
just knowing he's here. He's got to be here. And so we burn another 10 minutes as I'm
You
staring.
know how I love the Fiesta.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Nothing, no sales.
No
whatsoever.
sales.
No sales. I was shocked. So now I'm in the tower, and I don't want to come down because I'm going to stay offshore and hunt floppers. And we basically 30 knot it to the Martini, where the current had definitely picked up at that point, was looking right. Spread goes up, and we catch one pretty quick, like 9:10 or so, an hour and 10 minutes after Lines End. At that point, Louis hadn't caught one yet, so he made that move too.
Yeah.
He was just a little north of us. Well,
Listen.
we didn't lose too much. Well, from there, I couldn't make a good decision. We jump in front of floppers, never got a fish in the spread, and we end up, Chris hooked one on the spinning rod late in the day to give us 2 for 2 on day 2,
Mm-hmm.
which made us suck ass. We ended up in 18th place.
18th place?
18th place.
Yeah,
Let's-
But we got a few points, and we're way back, but you never know.
day 2, we rolled up there and we said, so I started up there like closer to the breakers
Okay.
and sat there and, you know, we had a couple king bites, bonitas, and nothing. And we rolled back. We fished for like 45 minutes. I'm like, let's go back. We went right back to flat tops, put them up, and immediately caught a double. Like as soon as they went in the water, you know,
What time is this?
9,
So early.
10, early, yeah.
Okay.
9:10,
Good.
9:15. And I'm like, and I'm kicking myself in the ass. And then I just kept drifting, and we had 6 bites by noon. Unfortunately, we were only 2 for 6. We had a couple snafus. We had a fish break, like one spit, one burned off. And just weird stuff that never
how does
happens.
20-pound fail when
I don't-
12-pound doesn't?
I don't get it. It was just weird stuff. So we're 2 for 6. And then I was getting
The
calls from
poundage failed?
no, it just
No.
burned off. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
we just had weird stuff going down.
Okay.
The same line that I caught a fish on through
Yeah.
a
Right.
snap swivel fails for
For who knows why.
Right.
And so by then it's like almost noon, and noon to like 1:30 is like usually the dead time. Like it gets hot, stuff goes down. So I was getting calls from my kingfish guys fishing up there, like in shallow up there off MacArthur Park. Like, dude, you know, Bryce caught 4 early. Miss Michelle caught 2. Like everybody's like, there's tons of flyers up here. We're seeing fish everywhere. Like we're seeing sailfish pushing flyers. So I'm like, you know what, guys, screw it. Let's kill an hour. Let's go up there and try it. So we blaze up there. It only takes like 15 minutes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm slowing down to set up, Jeff Scott on Mo Money had got there like just before me. His kites were going out and hooked a triple in the same exact spot I was going to. So I see them catch that triple. We're drifting along. There's giant king skying, flying fish everywhere. We never saw a sail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to Jamie Ralph. Jamie Ralph is like, yeah, we've had like 4 bites. They're on the ledge. And in my mind, I'm like, maybe just poke out here. What I should have done is just loop back around and gone right back to the freaking the breakers area, flat tops area where I was. Because Tar Baby pulled in where we were, caught a double and a triple, and lost a couple
And
fish.
they had a good tournament.
They had a great
Great
tournament.
tournament.
They had a great day too.
Right.
Yeah.
Great day 2. Exactly.
It's all about the dailies. So
Yeah, day 2 daily, tier 1 and tier 2. I
Yeah, they
think,
were 2
right?
for 3 off a haul over on day 1.
yeah. And looking back now, I'm just kicking myself in the ass because I should have just gone right back to where we were and just kept pounding it. You know,
That's it, right? I mean, that's the mind fuck of it. The
Mhm.
whole thing is it's what if you would have converted
Try
on
not
your,
to
on your gamble move? I mean, you're playing to win.
I tried to overthink it, but yeah, you want to put up numbers, you want to
Yeah.
win. You know,
Yep. Frequently, those gambles pay off.
Yeah.
And that's when you do win. That's when they pay off. You know. And
yeah. If we'd have got there, because here's what happened. Like I was literally pulling the lines down
Mm-hmm.
to move where Jeff was. There's one little like bar there that everybody's fishing on, king fishing. We're breaking him down, and as it's coming down, a fish comes up and eats right along, like from here to the bar away. There he is. Eats, get tight. All right, put him back up. We're sitting there for a minute. We see a flopper. We push in on that flopper, and comes up, piles on the left long, feeds off perfect, get tight, comes up jumping, pulls off. So that could have been 2 fish there, and
Yeah.
still fishing VMC hooks or what?
same thing.
I want to.
Have you pulled any off this year?
One. Jimmy pulled one off in the Cove
I
tournament.
want to state for the audience too, Jeff Scott, like the famed captain of the roofers.
Yeah.
And if not everyone knows that, that listens to the show, like Advanced Roofing is such an epic team that we've had, like in storied.
Yeah, they killed it,
season,
man.
year after year after year after year is no longer, right? But there was a time when that was like the freaking team to beat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
They killed it for years
Shout
and
out
years.
to Jeff Scott, please.
Yep.
Right.
And the roofers.
Yeah.
My buddy.
And
Salesman.
Mike Calabrese and all those guys
Yep.
and the doc and all,
Yep.
whatever, for sure. And Miki and the whole
Yeah, he fished
crew,
for
yep,
a good bit.
for a little
yeah.
bit, right? So just want to give a shout out. So we got left here is the Jimmy Johnson, which will be post broadcast, right? And we got final sale left, right?
And put them up there. I
Put 'em
think
up,
we're going
yeah.
to be white marlin fishing for that one, but
Are you?
yeah, over there for
Skips tournament?
Yeah, that's how I said. That's what I'm saying. So then we work on the skips, right?
Well, no,
Then
we'll be
we
white
start
marlin
going to
fishing the
They're
same
in the
weekend
Bahamas after that.
as to put them up out of
Chubb?
Chubb there.
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank here. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. No, I'm going to fill the gap for you here real quick. You don't need to draw the blank. We don't need to line up the summer rate
Yep.
yet.
Well, no, this
We're
ain't
not
even
there.
summer. This is between.
All right. So my point is this: we got the Jimmy, we got the final sale.
And
Those
we-
are the
and
two
we all-
big.
And we both have 6 days of Sailfish Cup days to fish.
Yeah. Oh God.
6 days of what?
Sailfish Cup.
Sailfish Cup.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh, I failed on some of those.
listen, we're starting to close it out.
Mhm.
Is my point. Okay, so here we are, like Jimmy Johnson and all that, and the Sailfish Channel. It
Got
signals
5 more
like
days
the
of
beginning
dailies.
or the end.
That's what I look at.
Right.
5 more days of dailies to win.
Right. Okay. So I believe in you. We can do this. Okay.
Where's the fifth one? Oh, put them up.
2, 2, 1.
All right. And then we're all Bahamas
Mhm.
and meet after that. Right. So this is the tournament talk that really closes out our Sailfish season. So I want to say one thing.
This isn't. The next one will be.
No, we're going to talk about the end of it at the next one, but
Okay.
we're going to be also talking about what's coming up.
Okay.
Is my point. This is the transition episode.
Ah,
Dad, this is the beginning of the end of Sailfish season. Because we do what? We do 3 tournament talks for Sailfish season, right? Beginning, middle, and end.
okay.
Because it's the most important season in our minds, right?
Mhm.
So this is the middle episode. We will do one at the end after final sale, and then we're going to start talking about meat at that point too, right? I want to say thank you to both of you, because what you bring to this show, what, the 58th F-bomb that I'm dropping is fucking incredible. Okay? And it's not lost to me.
So my favorite part of this whole episode is that Art never said which way the Flyers push with Sailfish. So that's good.
Yeah. I think that your intervention in that moment, like, actually made him double think that and say, maybe I shouldn't say that.
He didn't say what size they were or which way they push either. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Good
There's
job.
always little tiny
Good
little
job,
somethings
Arthur.
that you
Nice,
don't give
nice
away.
work.
Yeah. So you realize
if
that
people
there's
can't-
you realize that there's people like clinging to these shows that we do that are like, maybe he'll fucking say it. Maybe he'll say it. Maybe it'll happen.
All day long. My guy's like, Flyers pushing. I'm like, Dolphin.
Mhm.
Dolphin. Ooh, that's a good one.
There's so many
you guys,
little
listen,
somethings that we don't talk about.
You guys are awesome. I mean, both of you guys are great friends, and I love you, and I appreciate you. But even more so, like what you bring to, like, not more so, but what you bring to the show is
Equally
cool.
so.
You know, it is really great.
All good.
But I want to say, Chippy, text me a picture, like you and him and Tim, and say, "Hey, we're gonna get that show together." It's like, let's do more of this, okay? Please, guys, let's just have fun and do more of this. This is just really like a community effort, and we do this over the.
If you have him, Timmy, and Chip, I'll bartend.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Bring it in.
You guys,
we'll
you guys won't be able to walk out of here.
We'll do a fun time. I have a
Your
present.
ego is not
I have
your
a
amigo?
No, not yet. I'm going to do one thing before we sign off. Okay?
Right.
You stay there. You stay there. You stay there. You stay there. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Any topic will do. Ever.
Oh, he's got to pee.
I have a present for
Oh.
everybody in this room.
All right. What does that mean? You think it's food? Well, fuck, we don't have our leader. What the hell are we supposed to talk about?
tournament stuff? Oh, man.
Are you guys going to Miami for the final sale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm 50-50. I might fish out of the backyard. If it's rough, then I'm screwed. But if
I leave, they don't know to talk about it. See?
no doubt, we need our leader.
Well,
it's in his truck even.
Our north boundary is what? Hillsborough.
Hillsborough Inlet. Yeah. Yep. And it was epic. You could have won the tournament up there last year.
Yeah,
Day
for
two.
sure.
But it wasn't
No doubt.
fun. I don't know.
Because you got there late last year, right?
You know what? I think Bernard already got the hotel room, so we'll move then. It's just such a pain in the balls to move.
It's so nice fishing out of the house.
Ugh. And that's the thing now. It's for January. They're in those few events. We moved to Palm Beach for that, but then the whole rest of the season until final sale, we're right out of the backyard. It's the only way to do it.
If you're listening to 2 hours of... Hold on.
That thing seems heavy.
I figure if you're listening to 2 hours of this podcast, you're dedicated.
Is there ammunition in there?
You'll be hanging on. No, I got a present for you. I got a present for you. I got a present for you. I got a present for you.
I think
Ready?
he said that once, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get presents.
Your presents. This is how
we got to get him more rum more often.
This is how we're going to end this episode.
Oh, your
yes!
coins. Yeah.
Yes!
That's for you.
Yes.
That's for you.
Dude, I've been so amping on this thing.
There you go.
How did that happen even?
There you go. That's for you guys. Cool? That's my first minted coin.
That's
awesome,
awesome,
so
buddy.
cool, dude.
Right? Rhode Island. It's a boat. I'm excited it's a boat.
That is so cool, man.
Next one's a boat, too. That's a secret.
Cool stuff, man.
Can't talk about it yet.
Thank you.
Will they let you? Well,
I can't talk about it yet. That's all I can say.
Can't talk about it.
All right.
Secret. It's a secret.
So to my good
That
buddies.
is really, really cool, man.
Thank you guys.
Really, really cool.
All right.
Do it.
Your ego is not your amigo.
It is not.
Always do your best, and at the end of the day, just let God do the rest. And do not ever forget. Wait a minute. Oh, thank you very much, Joey Cardi.
Yes.
Supporting the show. Thank you very much, Pops PLR. Supporting the show. Do not
Thank you
ever
very
forget.
much to the community, dude. The community is so special.
100%.
The fishing community.
100%.
Connected by water community.
That's it. No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, do not ever forget that we're all
Connected
Connected
by
by
water.
water.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
It's out.
Hi, buddy.